Yo, 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 yo. Peace, 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 peace. And blessings, what's good? It's your boy Se7eN Inglewood's on right now in your zone. And this is the KC Info Real, Kansas City's best podcast and growing fast. And I am here with none other than Mr. Randy Heff. How you doing, man? You still babysitting Jesus? What's happening?
Jesus babysitter, man. We on fire today, man. I'm on fire.
Man.
I'm on fire.
Gotta apologize to the folks. We had a whole bunch of everything that was happening today. You know, real life happened. That's what happens in real life. So we had stuff that was happening, and they kind of postponed us from our normal 8:15ish time that we try to strive for or before. So you know. That's just how it went. That's just how it popped off. So anyway,
yeah, keep us in your prayers, man. We get started on time.
But we here. We in there like swimwear today.
Definitely.
How your week, man? Though,
man, it's been a cool week. You know what I'm saying? Like for the most part, everything's been fairly cool. You know, I try to do some work around here every now and again, and that's what this week mostly been. Like I've been talking to my people in Puerto Rico.
Oh, wow. And see, Mr. Heff, he an international player. You don't understand. Man. He got international workers.
Never.
That's working for him. He got to train his international workers. You got to get them on point. So they straight out there. They still not. I thought they were still like messed up or whatever from the hurricane that hit them.
Nah, they said they were straight. They were just having problems with their internet. And,
oh wow!
And they're telling me like, man, bro,
ain't a bad problem to have,
they tell me that they power go out at least 2 times a week for 2 hours.
Randomly,
just randomly go out. That's how they like.
That ain't. I'm gonna let you know right now. That probably ain't random.
Yeah, you're right.
It probably ain't random. It's probably like the electric
routine.
The electric company, whoever it is that they that is their power provider, whatever. They probably the ones that's out there like, hey, nah, homie. Let's go ahead and let's cut this down. It's a little too much.
Too much voltage going on.
Cut
Cut this down, son.
Might need to cut them down just a little bit. It's a little bit.
But yeah, they tell me that happens, and I was like, wow, this would never happen in America. I'm pretty sure it happens somewhere around here. We just don't know about it.
Hey, I'm about to say, you go to some small towns. You'll see this
Power
stuff
be out for 10 days, huh?
Oh man, I was. I don't know for 10 days, but it be out there. They're stopping for a second. You know what I'm saying? They'll stop your stuff. Man, but my week's been pretty.
Oh, my bad. How's your week, man? How's your week, man?
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. I was gonna report it anyway. If you'd asked me, I was gonna run my mouth.
But yeah.
But
tell us about your week, sir.
Let me go ahead and tighten this up. All right, but
is loose.
Right. That's what she. Anyway, but nah, the week's been decent. Man, just more growth. I can say that. Like seriously, more growth between me and my lady, my fiance. We've been able to. Like every time I look at it, especially this week, it's been kind of interesting. I could just see like, oh yeah, this is where I want to be. This is what I want to do. This is how it needs to be done. You know, I really get excited. I ain't gonna lie when I start thinking about, okay, this smile, I get to keep this smile, make this lady happy. You know what I'm saying? And the dope thing is, I don't want to sit and act like it's so easy, but it's like it doesn't take a whole lot. Like just do what you say you're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And stick to it. For the most part, that helps. And I ain't gonna lie, my girl, she's been like dope because I've been inundated with work and just trying to make sure everything is done as far as the gig goes and all that stuff. So.
And when you say inundated, for people like me who don't use like I don't use words like cappuccino and all that because I can't spell it. So you've been swamped with work, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I've been swamped. I've been swamped with work.
Got
and
you.
So yeah. So I just just been really just and just to have her as my backup, man. It's dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's dope.
You know what I'm saying?
To have a support system.
Yeah, absolutely. And and she's more than that, but she is dope in that capacity as well as everything else she does. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to my girl. You know what I'm saying? My lady, my sugar. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you 100%. And man.
I think I got my mic working now.
Okay.
Good. I'm back in the game.
Dope. See, look at that.
I'm back in the game.
And that like swimwear, bro. And that. But yeah, but other than that, I mean, beyond that, it's been great. It's been a pretty decent week. I got a lot of things accomplished at the gig. I got man. Listen, okay, so I've been telling you about this this gardening I've been doing at the crib, right? So I had my whole victory garden thing. You know what I'm saying? I brought y'all some zucchini, big, huge. Forearm size zucchini, you know what I'm saying? Them things was huge, about the size of a 10-pound baby. Like big ass zucchinis I brought, right? Man, that was like the fruit of the best fruit of the garden by far. Cause everything else,
the zucchini?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Everything else, man, the damn the squirrels are just
the bugs and stuff.
Nah, the bug. First of all, look, I got a whole hatred list is popping off right now. You know what I'm saying? So the bugs came and they was attacking my my kale. You dig?
Wow.
So my kale was being attacked and I'm out there and I see like these little cluster bugs all around the leaves and around the base because they didn't ate all the damn leaves all up. You know what I'm saying? So all my leaves are gone. I read some online. It was like, hey, take some cornstarch and put it over the bugs, and that'll keep the bugs. That'll make them eat the cornstarch, and then they'll explode and die. I'm like, okay, cool. Cornstarch the hell up, and then a little bit of kale started coming back. I'm like, oh, okay, the kale's coming back. Next day, gone. New bugs.
Kale again.
New bugs. Next day, new bugs. I'm like, dude, what is this? You know what I'm saying? So that was happening. I had whatever soil that we got, the damn it was full of weeds, just full.
Wow.
Just waiting to be watered so the weeds could be like, yes, We've been waiting for this day. We've been waiting for this moment. Can't
so
wait.
Y'all pretty much bought some weed.
Man, we bought weeds. That's what we bought. You know what I'm saying? So we got a bunch of that. So it kept our cucumbers and tomatoes from growing. We couldn't get none of that popping. Then what was it? What else we had? Okay. So then the Feast of Resistance. So then we had some watermelon. We got this bed that I had made to put all this soil in.
You planted watermelon too?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Dude, here's the thing. I had watermelon and peppers growing in the same joint. You know what I'm saying? And they were doing all right. Matter of fact, we did get some peppers. I need to bring you some. They hot in the mug. I was shocked. They're not like no Scotch bonnet.
That fire.
But they pretty hot. And I'm like, look at it. That grew in we grew those. All right, baby, look at us. But, dude, the watermelon.
Uh-huh.
There were 3 little baby watermelons. 3. Come out the next day, 1.
Hold on, man. So something took care of the watermelon?
Man, them squirrels ate me up, homie. Them squirrels they took care. They hollered at your boy. They took care of your boy, and they made it all bad for me. I ain't gonna lie.
They hit you with their peace and blessings, and I took all your
right.
I took all your watermelon.
You know what I'm saying?
Peace and blessings
Absolutely.
to you, brother.
Absolutely. So we was done. I was out of there. I'm like, oh man. So and it's wild because like I didn't. So I'm completely new to this. I don't even know if I have a green thumb for real.
Man, you probably gonna have to show me, bro, next time. Man,
hey, we can do some trade secrets. I guess I can show you how to make some dope zucchini.
Bet.
You show me how to put in a beam so I can make sure I can. I'm serious because I want to do you. Listen. You do some inspiring stuff, but I'm just saying. So I have my whole. You know what I'm saying? I didn't realize that watermelon grow on a vine. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I didn't know that. They grow on a little vine, and the vine was, doing its thing, moving throughout the bed.
Uh-huh.
And so it was like one went to the right, one went to the left. One vine decided to come up on my porch. So
it was too hot.
I don't know. Okay. I guess it came up on the so that was where the one watermelon was growing. One watermelon is still on my porch. The one on my porch is the only one that's still there. The other 2 that was in the bed, gone.
That was a safe spot.
Man, he must have knew. So he knew. He got the word or something like that. He got the info early and was like, I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? But, man. So
that's crazy, though. Like I said, you have to show me how to do some of that stuff. I'll be willing to learn. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you are tuned in to the Kansas City Info Rail with your boy, Randy Heff.
Hey, this your boy 7.
Man, and we about to get into some topics today. We about to talk about some stuff.
We got a whole lot on the agenda today, so we already late. So let's go ahead and get into it, man.
What you got, bro?
First things up. Okay, so have you ever heard of this show called Cuties?
No.
Okay. Let me just before I even get into it, Mr. Heff, what are your thoughts on young ladies dancing? And when I say young ladies, I'm talking about
strippers.
No, I'm talking about 9, 10, 11-year-olds dancing. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
No, like if it's for entertainment, like or in a marching band or something like that's okay. That's acceptable. Yeah. But as far as like, I wouldn't like pay to go watch no youngin dancing. You know what I'm saying? That's not my thing.
I mean, not pay, but like it. So like if you had a daughter and she was in that age range, 9 to 12. Would you let her go out and learn how to dance? Just do some
like to be in the marching band or something like that.
Nah, homie, I'm talking about popping that thing.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
Well, I will say as a parent who had a daughter who was doing this exact same thing. Wow. I had huge issues with it because prior to having a daughter, prior to her even being born, I was working for the state of Missouri in DYS, the Department of Youth Services, and a lot of the people that I was working with were pedophiles and people who were grooming people who were younger relatives even, and just friends or whatever, so that way they could sexually assault them in some kind of way. So I could pick up on some of those triggers, and I ain't gonna lie, I got sensitive to that.
Okay.
Because I was like, okay, this is you know, I already know, like it didn't look right, it didn't feel right in real life. Well, now there's a movie called Cuties on Netflix that is basically about that very thing. So here's the premise. I'll just break it down for you and for the people out here. So you have a young black girl who's I think she's in France, England, somewhere in Europe. So she's out there with her friends, and all her friends are dancing, and all her friends have nice hair, and they put their hair on and it's a funny scene because like one scene is there's a little white girl. Well, there's only one black girl. The little white girl, you know, wants to do something with her hair. She puts her hair on the ironing board, and she's like straightening her hair out. So the black girl goes home, tries to do the same thing, burns her hair.
Wow. Right.
So it's already off to a bad start, but that's supposed to be funny. Ha ha ha. What house do you live in that? Anyway, let me, and especially if you're in Europe, more than likely, I won't say more than likely, but you're probably an immigrant. Come on, dude. Your parents are not. Let me quit. Anyway, so. Black girl comes to find out that all her friends are dancing. All the cool kids are dancing. So
that's the thing to do.
Right. So she wants to be one of the cool kids. She wants to learn to dance, but at the same time, she doesn't want her mom, who's an immigrant,
to find out about it.
Exactly. So she's wearing these. So she's out there. She's learning the dances and stuff. Again, nothing. No. You know, no. I'm saying no body. She didn't have she's not developed.
She's not developed.
Yeah, right. Not developed. She's a child. She's clearly a child. Clearly. But it's like they're doing these dances, you know, pop dances and stuff, but it just didn't seem right. It did when I first saw the preview a month and a half ago, and I'm sorry for y'all I didn't bring it to the info rail earlier. I honestly didn't think it was going to be a thing. But anyway.
So is it trending on Netflix? It's
trending right now. It's like number 10 or number 9 on Netflix right now. But the reason it's trending is because so many people are saying, well, you have one group of people who are saying, like, get this thing off of TV, cancel Netflix. Netflix is canceled. How dare you? Then you have another group of people that are saying, well, what is that? What is that? What are we talking about? Let's go see. Let's go find out. Click, click, click. And it's just dude. It's wild. It's wild. I mean, because again, you know, just knowing how well, I'm gonna say knowing like I've been in Hollywood, but knowing of what I've heard of Hollywood and the beast of Hollywood and how Corey, what's his name? Corey Feldman from Lost Boys fame was basically like, yeah, the biggest problem in Hollywood is pedophilia. Right. Like what seeing stuff like that, and then seeing a full movie of little girls wearing these tight outfits, they have no bodies, but they sitting there popping their coochie and spreading their legs wide open and doing all this other stuff. And dude, that's too far. To me, that's too far. That's too much. What are your thoughts on
that? I totally agree with that. Like, give them a chance to be kids. Like, that's like an adult thing to do. Yeah. To be out here just dancing and doing whatever you think you want to do just because everybody else is doing it. Because there's a lot of people that started dancing out of like survival or just because they saw somebody else doing it.
Like on some stripper type stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's out of survival or just because somebody said, well, I made some money from that. So they just started doing it. They got influenced by that fact. But like they're kids. At this point, if they're not like in a marching band or something of that nature.
Yeah, and that's what I'm
saying.
Or
a dance group like that's competing for something.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like it should be like that. It should be like if it's something for like you're saying, like if it's for somebody trying to, a competition, and even a dance competition, some of that stuff gets a little different. I mean, so let me back up. So just going for going with what my daughter went through, some of the stuff that she did, it was like little kid dances and stuff. They learn how to dance this way, hop this way. You know, she's been doing it since she was like 4 or 5 or something like that. Okay. Like when she was 4 or 5, it was fine. Right. When she turned 8, it got crazy, and I was like, I don't like this because there was like one little girl. It was the wildest thing I'd ever seen. So she's on stage, and she was doing like this. They're kids again, they're children, but she's doing a body roll, right? She's doing a body roll, and the whole time she's doing a body roll, she's like doing her fingers like, "Come on. You want this?"
That's crazy.
And I'm like, what the? And the crowd is going like, yeah. What are you encouraging, and why? You see what I'm saying?
But all right, I can understand that. But you know, like, like, let's say you have a band or whatever. I was never in a band, like, and then you have this person who's supposed to do a what's a piece called, like a soloist.
Yeah.
That just come out and do their piece.
Yeah.
And they do whatever. They exaggerate notes. They do whatever they need to do. Or a person who's singing different cadences, whatever.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just saying, for that one girl that was just out there in that spotlight, that was her solo piece, I guess. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I can view it as the solo piece, but at the same time, the gestures and the motions that came with that, like, could be misinterpreted by like somebody crazy or creepy out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and no, exactly. And I guess that goes with what Nurse Tasha's saying right here. She says the problem is them, the pedophiles, not the girls or the women. Agreed. I absolutely agree. But where I still feel like these children need to be protected. You see what I'm saying? And not put in positions where their images can be compromised like
True.
That. You see what I'm saying? So that, for me, that has been and always will be a problem for me. You know what I'm saying? So and again, I may not be speaking for the whole of everybody, but I definitely am speaking for myself right now when I say it don't look right. It just doesn't. It doesn't look right. And it didn't feel right when I look. Just the preview, the trailer alone, which is like a minute and a half. I was like, man, I feel dirty. I feel dirty right now.
Let me ask you this though.
Go ahead.
All right, since people are against this on Netflix and they're protesting online, they're going about it the online way. That to me is like promoting it.
That's what I'm saying, and that's why I said
so
you had two groups of people.
Yeah.
You had one group that's like no, and another group was like, wait, what are you talking about? Let me go see.
So let's like, how do we
it's like they cancel out each other?
Yeah, it's like it's cancel. Somebody winning and somebody losing.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Netflix stock is still going up.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I got some. You know what I'm saying? Netflix stock is still, the price is still going, the value of it is still going up. On top of that, and I kind of wonder if now, there's a lot of things that are happening right now, but just some old by the way type of stuff. I was thinking, does this have anything or does the fact that the CEO of Netflix recently put $100 million into Black Bank to open up an account, does that have anything to do with this, like some cover, like this is some cover,
like I guess yeah. It seems it could be that, like, at this point it's like, oh man, that's messed up. We are displaying this image of a black girl doing all this. Like, all right, let me do something.
Yeah.
Let me Patreon. Let me go open an account and put some money in there, because it seems that's what it takes. For them to silence black people, just a little bit of money.
A little bit of money. And hey, that's see, we gonna get into that a little bit later. You know what I'm saying? That's why this episode is called Morals and Murals, because we got some compromising positions that it seems like some people are being put into, where it's just like, dude, really?
All right, I see a post that says it's other forms of dancing other than twerking.
Yeah, and
I can agree with that.
Absolutely.
But it seems we're in a society at this point where it's who can, like, sex sells. It's crazy.
Even for children.
Nah, it's crazy.
Wow.
It sells.
Wow.
And so
that's sad though, dude. I ain't
exactly.
That's exactly. In my opinion, that's really sad.
And for let's say a child goes out and does, like, what's called a twerking sexual move. Mm-hmm. At this point, the adults that are watching are more entertained than the children.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's not entertainment for children.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. When I saw this kid at my daughter's dance school on stage at the recital because every year they have every May they have a recital. It's like 3 days long or whatever. 2 performances a day, Friday, Saturday, and 1 on Sunday. And it's like they're doing their thing and all that. And I saw this little girl, 8 years old, body rolling, licking out her tongue and saying, "Come on, come on." What are you doing?
Something she saw her parents doing. I don't know. And
something that was encouraged, obviously.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Right. I'm just like, what is this? I can't do it.
Because kids seek approval from adults.
Hey.
And they do little stuff.
Hello.
Like just to see, all right, what's this person saying about this?
Yeah.
Once they get that approval from that one person, I guess they gain that confidence. Like, okay, so such and such, Se7en saw me do this, or Randy saw me do this,
right,
and they ain't saying nothing, so it should be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody else should trip about it, and the person who trips about it is viewed as, man, why are you doing this? Like,
what's the problem?
Hating on me, you know
why you tripping? And I mean, like, and that's the thing. And don't get me wrong. There have been tons of other dance shows with kids who were dancing like this. There was like some reality shows and all that stuff. I ain't like none of that stuff. I ain't gonna lie. I personally didn't. That's it, that's me.
It's not kiddie. Like,
and to be quite honest, that's one of the reasons why my daughter's mom and I just did not work out, because I'm like, what is this? Because here's the thing,
in Barney.
Because even after they had their recital, they would go to like these dance competitions, right? So they go to the dance competitions, do some of the same routines that they were doing, and now they're doing it in front of judges and getting awards and getting trophies and all this stuff, right?
And all that.
Yeah, so they were getting all that, and I'm like, listen, look at these other schools that they're dancing against. They ain't doing that shit. They're not doing that. There was this one kid. They were like 7 years old, 7, and they were doing like the foxtrot. They were doing the waltz, and it was dope. They were dope doing the tango. You know what I'm saying? 2 kids learning how to tango real well, getting on, and it wasn't sexy. It was nice. It was what do I want to say? Like, you could really tell
they were in unison. They were doing their
absolutely
thing.
You could really
coordinated.
You could tell that they were well
synchronized.
That's the word. Thank you. It was well coordinated. You could see that. You could tell. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I'm just like, this is, I don't know. It for me, I'm like, and so like we would argue back and forth. I'm saying, listen, I'll pay extra to put her in another school. Why does my daughter have to do this dancing? Why do you want her to dance here? Why does she have to do this? That, you know what I'm saying? What is so important about this here? And I just, anyway. So that's just kind of, what I ended up dealing with as a parent. But whatever. I see. Let's see. Tasha says, I agree the children should be protected. That's a no-brainer. The issue is an over-sexualization of black bodies and girls within our society. This is the equivalent of people being outraged about public breastfeeding uncovered. Society made breast sexual, not nature. I agree. But until we can take care of society, we have to understand the society that we living in. That's the way I look at it. You know what I'm saying? I can't just go out and say, hey, don't look at my daughter like that. I can't change how people are going to see and view my daughter, but I can have an effect on how my daughter dresses.
Yeah.
That's that part. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I'm saying. I was trying to have a positive input on the way my daughter danced. You know what I'm saying?
I can understand that.
So I mean,
but we can blame what's it called? The serpent that came into the garden and told Eve, hey,
it was a serpent.
He ain't got on no clothes. You won't have on no clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it was a serpent.
Imagine if the serpent didn't come through.
Imagine
if he didn't come
that's
through.
That's what it was. If the serpent,
just be walking around just like
there you go.
How we are.
No, everybody be butt ass and we just be cool with it, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
There wouldn't be no anything sexual about us.
There would be no sexual nature. Everyone would understand we're just having sex to procreate. This is not sexy. Don't watch me. You're gonna do it soon too. Go ahead and do your thing. Meanwhile, let me go ahead and get this. Let me stop right there. But I'm just saying that's just kind of, I don't know. It was wild to me when I saw it, and I was just like, wow. And the producer, the writer of the movie, it was a black woman married to a white guy. Not that matters, but what I'm saying is, so it's a white woman, and they worked together to get this movie out there and all that. And I'm just like, sis, this is. Again, it's probably a great movie and probably tells a good story of coming of age or being friends or all that goofy stuff the kids go through, but also there's gonna be tons of pedophiles in that video that's watching this thing. I mean, it's tons of pedophiles in that theater is sitting there watching this thing. Tons of pedophiles is gonna be at the crib. Well, it's not even at the theaters because it's on Netflix. At the crib talking about, man, I'm holding on to this joint. Keep that on pause. This is my favorite scene. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like, you got 7 lot of kids. 7 lot of kids. You know what I'm saying? Not like that, pause. But I'm just saying, 7 lot of kids.
Nah, we got to protect our future. The kids are the future. And imagine how many like people like our age or older that were taken advantage of, and now they're having these adverse effects once they're grown. Like if we can like, and that's a part of healing ourselves. If we can heal ourselves, like, or prevent like the consequences that we know, okay, dang, it messed Shelly up.
Yeah.
In a certain way, she's mentally messed up from it, or it's a lot of things that people don't talk about that they've been through. So if we can prevent our kids from going through the same thing, like, I think we should like go out of our way to do it.
That's what I'm saying. And you know, I ain't gonna lie, I know a lot of young ladies who got touched by, you know what I'm saying, that got touched as a child. I know a lot of them. There was a lot of them. And, you know, I just didn't want my daughter to be one of them. And, you know, I just wanted to give her, it's kind of like Chris Rock said, my job is to keep my daughter off the pole. You know what I'm saying? You know? And I won't even say it like that because, I mean, I say that in jest. But, you know, if you're an adult and you decide to do that, hey, God bless you, and that's your thing. But as long as you're a child, come on, man. Come on, man. Especially a pre-teen. You're 9 to 12.
That's a bit much.
And then so now you
not even 15. I don't even think 15 or 16 is even a good age for that.
Right, exactly. Hey, for a lot of that stuff, I ain't either. But you know, hey, I guess Hollywood said it's all right, so I guess that's the move. You know what I'm saying? God bless you. I just feel like if your boy 7 ever has another child. Corduroys in the summertime. Corduroys. That's what we rocking. Corduroys. You're gonna hear it the whole time. That's how you gonna.
They playing cards or something,
right? You know what I'm saying? Anyway,
nah, it is what. Like I said, we gotta protect our kids though. They are the future, and if we not expect, but if we think that we want them to be like more mature or more spiritually. Not spiritually, but like prepared for the world. Like, because I said, like, a lot of people, their mental held them back from being prepared for the world. So if we want to prepare for the world, we should protect them at all costs.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree.
All right.
Definitely agree.
We can get off into the next topic. You know what I'm saying? My segue game, you know what I'm saying?
Man,
like,
hey, Mr. Heffna, his segues is on point, you dig? Anyway. But let's go ahead and get on to the next thing.
The next thing, this 7th thing right here, man.
Oh damn! Hey, easy. That wasabi gonna hit you, boy.
Yeah, that wasabi hit me, man.
Just saying. But okay, so here's what we got, dude. So I was going through some files, going through some things, and I saw something online that drew my interest.
Okay.
And I just felt like, hey, maybe this is something we should talk about. You know, I don't know. Maybe this is something that, you know, could get a little bit of interest because I thought it was interesting, and I just want to know what people think about it. So I'm going to present it to the folks, and y'all let me know. I don't know that she was 8. Dude said, how do you know that she was 8? I said a range. Actually, I didn't even say 8. I said 7 to 9, 7 to 12. I mean, sorry, 9 to 12. So I didn't say 8.
That's in another group or something?
Nah, yeah. So anyway, but so here's what we got. Here's something I just found that was interesting. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if this is something that people actually live by, but I find it interesting because I think if I were to go through this, once I go through this, just about everybody can think of an instance where they're like, you know, that sounds like, or that reminds me of a time when, anyway, what I'm talking about is the 11 laws of white supremacy. So we just gonna go ahead.
So the laws of white supremacy.
Right. I didn't know white supremacy had laws, but you know, I guess they got to keep it, sanctioned some kind of how. But let me go ahead and get into it. So, number 1 of the 11 laws of white supremacy. Never let black people know what you're thinking, even if you must mislead them.
Wow. Have you experienced that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So, you think you were on the same page with someone, and you're like, hey, wait, didn't you tell me that? Because we was doing this thing. Then you check back with them, and they on a whole different, you dig? You're like, man, wait, bro.
It wasn't even that type of party.
Nah, what just happened? I could have swore. Anyway, so there's that. Then number 2, always try to figure out what they are thinking or planning so you can capitalize on their gains. I guess it's other people.
Figure out what black people are thinking.
Yeah, I think the other people, not just black people, but other people.
Okay.
But you know what I'm talking about. Number 3, always appear to be friendly or humanitarian. Never appear to be aware that you belong to or identify with the race that rules.
Oh man, I can't do it. I could I'm just saying even if I were to be I couldn't do it. I don't think I got it in me to do nothing like that. I just got to be me.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. Let's see. Number 4, look for blacks. Oh, I hate when people say blacks. I ain't gonna lie. Because
for the blacks.
I grew up in a household where we said, saying I'm not a color, I'm a people. So I'm just used to hearing black people. I'm not used to, even nowadays when people say blacks, the blacks. I'm like, blacks. Are you talking about a rugby team in New Zealand, nigga? I don't know.
That's somebody's last
Those
name.
are the blacks.
The blacks.
Anyway, right. Look for blacks you can use to advance your cause. This is never difficult as most of them identify with their oppressor.
Wow.
You dig? I'm just saying, man, listen to this. Number 5, use religion to gain their confidence as they are religiously immature people. As historically, whenever we embrace their gods, it opens up an opportunity for exploitation. They tend not to think clearly under the influence of religion and have a natural inclination to care about other people more than themselves.
Wow. Wow, that's crazy.
Dude, number 6. Always remember, no matter what they say or do, to keep your dignity. Never forget that you belong to the white race that rules. But never profess this, as it is the mark of the politically immature white person to let black people know that white people are in charge. Now,
they don't have to let us know. They show us.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. You look on to every television. What are you talking? Anyway, look, I remember there was a post that would go around. It was more so, I guess, aimed at Jewish people. But I just put this for anybody. If you want to know who your oppressor is, figure out who you can't talk about in public. It doesn't say it in those words, but I kind of, just put it in my own
Who we
phrasing.
can't talk about in public?
Well, Nick Cannon can't talk about any Jewish folks. Right. So he got to give up. He got to give up his whole check to the ACLU, basically. Damn. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying. So anyway. Number 6, always remember, no matter what they say or do, to keep your dignity. Never forget. Oh, sorry, I did that one. Number 7, never invite them into your home unless it is absolutely necessary. But always try to gain entry into their living quarters to ascertain if they can be trusted.
I think, hey, let me in your home. If I don't steal nothing, you can trust me. You know what I'm saying? Damn, why you want to come to my house?
What else do you need, bro? That's all.
Spying ass.
I spy with my little eye. Number 8, if you can, during verbal altercations with black leaders, try to provoke emotion or use word trickery to make them look less credible. Oh yeah. I've seen that
all the time.
Yes. Number 9, always try to get blacks fighting with each other. Once they start, it is difficult to get them to stop. They have a most unique fondness for destroying one another that supersedes all other interests once it gets started. Number 10, wow. I about to say, I see you got your wheels are moving right now. But anyway, number 10, if you are able to provide some material support to blacks or their organizations, this is certain to triple the awe and reverence they naturally have for whites, and you will be able to use them like chess pieces, even against each other, to fulfill the white agenda. This kind of goes
that one
to the other one about using them against each other.
Yeah.
And number 11, never reveal the white code to blacks. Without knowledge of this code, they will never see whites as as a unified group of exploiters, but will assume that whites are divided by petty differences, as they are. So what do you think about this list of
I've definitely seen some of those plays. I've definitely seen
some people kind of
use them plays or they even in our judicial system, let's say somebody goes to jail. Yeah, somebody goes to jail. And all right, somebody's about to go to jail.
Yep.
The first thing they'll do is say, "Hey, Se7eN told us that you was the one that did it." And when you get in there, they go, hey, Randy told me you the one that did it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And at that point,
Yeah.
you are going to believe them over anything I'll ever tell you. And that's a tie severed right there. You snitching. Seven snitching. I'm cool on him. I'm not gonna have a conversation with him.
How many times have we seen stuff like that play out?
All the
for
time.
Real? You know what I'm saying? We've seen folks doing that same thing with it, like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, well, I wouldn't even say that. Like the police, like we see the police all the time. Like
all the time.
They have the right, and President Obama signed this into law. So y'all make sure that y'all thank your president, your local president for for this. But they have the right to lie to get you to confess on just about anything. So, but yeah, so knowing their actual and true intentions, good luck. Good luck if you ever catch that. And I'm not saying that this is for all white people, but this is for those who, I wouldn't even say that. This is for those who practice a level of white supremacy, as some of them would call it.
But do you think some of them practice it without even knowing it? It's just like that's their culture. They just grew up in a house daddy says this, and that's just the rule they've just gone by. They never really question it. Just kind of like how blacks do with religion. Most people don't question a lot of things about religion. They just kind of go by what grandma says. Grandma says this, so
right.
We can't go against it.
I mean, I guess I could see that. I could see that to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I feel like, you know, when it all comes down to is, you know, for, you know, squash what they talking about or what they doing, or, you know, if this is something that's even real or not. Like, for me, I feel like our point or our main goal should be about our own preservation, our upliftment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what we fall. And you know, when we see it time and time again, we talk about it a lot here on the rail and other spots and just in normal conversation. But yeah, a lot of times we are, you know, we are our own worst enemy.
Uh-huh.
We don't need anybody else to come in and do any of these things. We'll do it to ourselves anyway.
But don't you think, like,
so I'm not,
knowing the rules of the game or the rules that they have, we should have our own rules like that too.
Yeah.
We should have our own rules.
We've been talking about this for the longest. I swear. Listen, when we start up season 3, we come. You know what I'm saying? When we get into the next season, bro.
Okay.
we gonna
write them.
We're gonna have a big. We're gonna have to have a board or something right here behind us or whatever that like has all of the
10 black commandments.
Man, the 10 black commandments. You know what I'm saying?
Don't steal from your mama.
Never get high on your old supply. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta do something like that. Shout out to Dance Hall Reggae for letting us use their backdrop.
Yeah, for sure, man.
You know what I'm saying? We gonna get it together. We still
on season 2. We almost at it's almost time for season 3.
Man, we popping it. We popping, turning them out. And I appreciate the effort and the work that we doing. COVID tried to hold us back from starting season 2, but we still got it going. And now we in a nice groove. You know what I'm saying? Getting things moving. So I'm with it. But yeah, y'all let us know what y'all think in the comments, or you know what I'm saying, or hit us up when we open up the phone lines. And y'all,
we got a phone lines now, bro.
Yes,
we
indeed.
got phone lines now,
Absolutely.
but don't hit us up right now. Just like. We're talking about what's it called? The 11 laws of white supremacy.
Yeah, 11 laws of white supremacy. Now the Black Panthers, if I'm not, the Black Panthers had their own. Oh snap! See, Nurse Tasha already beat me to it. So she said the original Black Panthers created this. I think it's called the Black Code. Hey, I'm with it. We need to. We'll start off with that, and then we'll put up the Black Panthers Black Code. Put that up, and then if we need to do some adjusting, do some amendments. We'll do some amending, or if we need to add on to stuff like thou shalt not kill another black person for stepping on their Jordans. Like that's like you. That's law.
That should be wonderful.
You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's see. We got one that says, "But will we all agree? Will we all agree is the real question?" Yeah. Well, that's absolutely. Too many people want to be leaders or in the spotlight to think of the greater good. Whew, that's deep.
But what's wrong with us all being leaders?
Too many chiefs.
Don't.
No,
All right.
hey, Too many chiefs.
My definition of a good leader is somebody who knows how to listen to the people around them. So if you're a leader, you can listen to the people around you, and you can elevate other people that in the capacities that you can't feel.
But see, you said a really good adjective in there. Good leaders. Good leaders will do that. But leaders, any old leader might just be like, hey, they just want to shine. And then we see that time and time again from people who have some sort of following on Facebook or something. They decide, I want to go and, you know, everybody wants to go out and be that. Let's just say it came out to somebody saying, let's do something for the community. Okay, everyone will say, you know, or will agree, let's go and feed the homeless or something like that, right? Then you'll have one person who will say something like, you know, not only will they feed the homeless, but they'll take a picture of themselves while they're doing it. You know what I'm saying? Look at me feeding the homeless. Look at me doing this. Follow me, like, share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll see that. And that's what we see more times. And I ain't gonna lie, I can't stand when I see people giving, like, making all sorts of, I mean, because think about it from the other side. Think about if you were a homeless person.
Right.
I mean, of course, you're thankful to get anything, I would imagine. But, dude, now you got to be like, and here this dude come with this camera.
I'll just start pissing. Man, they going to have to get up out of there. They going to have to get up out of there, man. Like, you know
I do say he just stopped.
Hell yeah. Like, you want to take a picture? All right, cool. I got something.
Oh, snap. Man, my bad. But, hey, I guess that's just the way, you know what I'm saying. Wherever you aim, just make sure you don't aim it nowhere near Arrowhead Stadium. You know what I'm saying? See how that segue go? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you are tuned into the KC Info Rail, Kansas City's best podcast of growing fast. I am here, and your boy Se7eN, and I am here with Mr. Randy Heff.
Yeah, that'll be me.
Man, and we are effing up these kale chips. Yeah, y'all ever had these? Man, kale with a little bit of wasabi on them? Man, y'all need to get your life. Anyway.
You say it's kale and wasabi?
Yeah. Kale chips with some wasabi. You did.
But yeah, they fire.
So, next story up, man. So, just Monday. So, I think it was Monday, or was it Sunday? No, it was Monday. Monday in Kansas City, there was a police standoff that was happening at Arrowhead Stadium. Well, I guess if you know, everybody from Kansas City knows, but if you're not from Kansas City, Arrowhead and Royal Stadium, Kauffman Stadium are right next to each other. That's where the Royals, the baseball team plays. So they're right next to each other, and the Royals actually had a game that was planned for that evening, and prior to that taking place, or the time where that was supposed to take place, there was a disgruntled man who was in the parking lot ready to pop something off, and he had several weapons with him, and he was indeed ready to do the damn thing.
So, a man was in the Royals parking lot?
Chiefs parking lot.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's neighbor in the Royals parking lot. Like, literally, they share the same parking lot.
Oh, I'm sorry, seaweed. These are seaweed, not kale.
Yeah, I was about to say, kale don't taste like that.
You're right. Sorry, seaweed. I get the two confused a lot. I'm sorry, it's seaweed.
Kale and seaweed. All right.
Well, they green, man. They should be green, man.
Okay.
Anyway, but yeah. So there was a standoff that took place, and it was. I'm sitting there smacking. I'm sorry. I'm so ghetto right now.
It's comfortable. You know
I'm 64 from laughing right now. I'm Inglewood to the day I die. Back up. Anyway, but yeah, so but what would have taken place? There was a disgruntled man who was there, and I won't get into the full details, but basically the outcome is what I'm more interested in.
Okay.
It was a black man, with weapons, at the stadium,
ready
police
to shoot.
Standoff, ready to shoot, and he was apprehended peacefully. They got him peacefully. Non-violently, he lived.
Okay.
I mean, in this day and age, he lived. And I ain't gonna lie, when I heard about that, I was like, oh, wow. You know, I was happy for the fact that the man lived. Then I had to think about it. I was like, wait. You know what? This probably wasn't probably wasn't on his own accord that he lived. When you think about it, think about the Hunt family. They're owners of the Chiefs. They already had a player who some years ago shot himself in the parking lot. Shot and killed himself in the parking lot.
Right.
There was a worker who worked for the stadium who was shot by a former lover some years before that took place in that same parking lot. And I imagine, especially coming off a Super Bowl win, especially after having an MVP in there, in our town, especially with all of the spotlights that are on Kansas City as of late, especially with shots by Miko doing her thug, representing the city. It just seems like, right. And they said he let off a few rounds, which is mind-boggling that they didn't shoot back. Yeah, but I tend to think that the Hunt family had something to do with the fact that this dude didn't die.
So you think they said, okay, this wouldn't look too good, to happen in our stadium's parking lot?
Absolutely,
especially with the current climate.
On top of the fact that they didn't want the heat. They didn't want that. They didn't want that attention.
We just had 6 murals painted all over the city.
6 Black Lives Matters murals that's painted all over the city. Absolutely. And it's just like, okay.
And it's Black Lives Matter all over every sports has Black Lives Matter. Does hockey have it? Like I haven't watched hockey.
Y'all let us know. Does hockey? I don't know.
Does hockey have
Black Lives Matter?
Black Lives Matter.
I don't know. But yeah, so
but it's plastered all over sports.
Mm-hmm.
Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter.
Mm-hmm.
And how like can you imagine the rhetoric, the story that would be behind black man gets killed by the police at a Kansas City Chiefs stadium?
Especially after Patrick Mahomes was one of the main people who was I won't say he's on a Colin Kaepernick tip, but he's talking about y'all gonna respect us. which is wild. I like what he's been saying. Anyway, but yeah, I think so. I think what you're saying is true. But go ahead.
But yeah, I'm just thinking like on that accord, if a person were to die in any NFL stadium at this point, it would diminish. Like it should diminish the value of the NFL if a police officer were to go at a stadium, unless let's say he had hostages. I think that's the only time then it would be like, okay, justifiable a little bit. Like okay, they had to kill him. But if it's just armed black man or unarmed, whatever, gets killed, police in an NFL stadium, it's gonna be an outrage. I'm thinking people will, like, let's say those looters will possibly come and start looting the stadium.
Well, what is that to take, really? Old jerseys and old...
I'm saying like start
memorabilia and stuff, whatever.
Throwing stuff over there.
And plus, they're trying to turn the Chiefs Stadium into a voting poll place in November. So,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But what I took from that, we got a Rio saying that the Chicago Blackhawks don't have Black Lives Matter.
But then the only team with a black player, probably.
Hey, it's a bunch of teams with black players. It's like 12 or 16 NHL black players that are in NHL that are black, I believe.
Black Lives Matter.
But what I took from that whole thing is the fact that, especially when you think about the notorious nature of the Kansas City Police right now, like we're hearing. Brother Lamb. We heard about the transgender woman. We heard about so many people who've been killed, harassed, maimed, beaten. All of that by the KCPD recently. You know what I'm saying? So with all of that, you mean to tell me a man with several guns on him who actually popped off some shots, they could find a way to peacefully or non-violently apprehend this dude?
They had a negotiator.
They got Chris Sabian to come out. They got Sam Jackson from the negotiator to come through and do that. Is that what it was?
Yeah, something happened.
Oh,
we had America.
Wait. wait. Rio said the people in the NHL are light skinned. No, they ain't light skinned, bro. They mixed. They are mixed. They are a mixed race. I don't think there's one that's like 100% black daddy, black mama. I don't think there's one. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's why Black lives only matter.
They
a little
probably grew
bit.
up in a situation like on the Four Brothers.
Man. So the funny part is, it's like, okay, so you mean the police do know how to de-escalate a situation?
Right.
So it's like they do know how to non-violently apprehend a suspect. They do know how to do that. They do know how to think, then shoot, or think what's the best tactic in this scenario right now. They can actually do that without just saying, shoot him.
Yeah.
That's what I took from that whole situation. And it's really wild to me that in other situations we know that's not the case.
Yeah. And like you said, like it could have been like other people that were involved in it. Look, if you could just like look at it and see, okay, Kansas City just won the Super Bowl. How would this look on the marketability of the Chiefs, the city?
Absolutely, be bad.
It'll be very bad.
Yeah,
because you imagine the Chiefs won and somebody died that same year that they won.
Yeah,
in the parking lot, got killed by the police.
Mm-hmm.
On top of all the other killings that they had, that they somehow I wouldn't say cleverly, like they somehow, like, we don't hear nothing about it no more, like, because it's all marketing. So I don't think they would have. It would have went down in history.
Yeah,
definitely.
I mean, yeah, and they would have had something to say about it. I mean, bottom line, I feel like the Hunt family, they didn't want it.
Yeah,
they didn't want it.
That's probably the first call. Hey, the Hunt. Hey, we
Hunt
don't
family
want it.
called.
We don't want it.
They called up to the police chief. I can't remember his name right now. They called up to the chief and was like, hey, listen. Not here. Not now. Not right now. We just won. Let us do our victory lap first. Then you can shoot somebody next year in the parking lot. Or, not right now.
Or do you think it's a situation where I don't know, like the whole city's in cahoots or something where somebody makes that call, 911 dispatcher, call to the stadiums. All right, the police who are getting dispatched out there, they get this call. Hey, we gonna think.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. Maybe they did that. I mean, I don't know what those calls look like. I don't know what it would take for them to think. I'm just glad that they did. Honestly, I mean, the brother, he was on one. He was ready for the world. He said he was ready to hop out the tree and go ahead and do what he was ready to do what he had to do. But thankfully, clearer minds prevailed, and he was apprehended instead of killed.
Yeah.
Anyway,
like, we got to give thanks for that, and hopefully this is something that is transferred when dealing with regular black people outside of the vicinity of a sporting facility that just won the Super Bowl in Kansas City or in anywhere in America. Because I think you posted a video where this man didn't have a mask on, and he went in, a classroom or a library or something?
In the library. They were speaking. I think they were having like a town hall meeting or something like that, and he was being removed, and for not. I mean, This was clearly a beast of a man.
Yeah.
Well, I won't say he was probably like,
he bodied like two of the officers.
Yeah, he was probably, maybe he looked like he was, just from the video, he was about maybe 6'2", maybe 250, something like that. Had some good size on him. Looked like he probably worked out a little bit. And he wanted it. He wanted it. And he had two cops who come in, a little lady, no offense, and a skinny dude. And he bodied both.
Get out my way.
He punished her. He
did
that Undertaker move on her. You know what I'm saying? He did.
Yeah. But imagine if that were one of us.
Oh, dude, there's a shooting right now. If you all are familiar with Sean King. Sean King has a video that he recently put up, and it's been going viral lately, of this white gentleman who was pulled over by some officers. He had expired plates on his car. And so they were like, okay, we need you to step out of the vehicle and all that stuff. Step out, step out, step out. Gave him like time after time. Holding the taser on him. 1, 2, 3. All right, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to pull it now. All right, pull it. Hey, gave him chance after chance after chance. Did tase him. Wrestled with him. Tase him some more. Wrestle with him some more. He gets back in the car. Wrestle with him. Then he shoots them.
Wow.
The guy, finally shoots the cops and gets away. And I'm just like, look at all the chances he got. All the opportunity he received to, to peacefully comply. He had all sorts of opportunity to do that.
Let me ask you this. I know this might be off topic, but
do your thing.
It's a question. All right. Do you think in a situation where, let's say, a black guy were to paint himself like white, like get a white complexion all of a sudden and just start messing up some stuff, go out there, mess up some stuff, and have the police getting called out there, do you think that the police would like let's say he goes, all right, cool, yeah, I'm act like he's white, painted white, he looks like an Anglo-Saxon. So at this point, he's doing everything that's prior to you know what I'm saying? But like, let's say when they apprehend him, when they finally get to arrest him, he goes, ha, take his mask off. I'm actually black. What do you think they'll do at that point?
Dude. Well, first of all, if the black dude does that, he's stupid, because I wouldn't give it away. If I got away with something, I'm gonna ride that till the wheels fall off.
Ride that till the wheels fall off.
Till the wheels fall off. But you know what I'm saying? I got too much. I don't know. I can only do it for so long, and my gum's too black. White people generally don't have gums as black as mine, so I got melanin all throughout. But I don't know. I think if that would have happened, they would be dumbfounded for a hot second, feel stupid, and then unload on his ass.
You think they'd kill him?
Yeah, to save face.
Wow.
That was it. You know what I'm saying? I think they go ahead and do that. Let's see. That's the one they let him call his boy. I don't give a shit.
What are they talking about?
I don't know what he's talking about. Yeah,
Who is it?
That's Anthony. Anthony's jumped in. He said that's the one they let him call his boy. I don't know. He called his boy who pulled up and shot them both. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Cause and that was another thing. I forgot about that part. Thank you. While the police were talking like 10, they were like, holding the taser on him, counting to 3 times. I believe they did it. They even said to the gentleman, the dude actually took a phone call, called his boy and said, "Hey, pull up, pull up."
Wait a minute. While the police was there?
Well, yes. This is all while the police were there. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, these incredulous bastards just be going around and letting this happen. You know what I'm saying? And they just give their people the benefit of the doubt. Why are we not offered that same benefit? Why are we not given that same benefit? Thanks, Anthony. I appreciate you. Thank you for clarifying that. I apologize for not getting it initially. But it's like, dude, why are we not given that? That's the part because I'm like, wait, we're human. This is all about equality, right? We're all the same, right? Isn't that what they say? We're all the same. All lives matter, right? You know what I'm saying? See how I'm transitioning?
All lives matter, huh?
See how I'm transitioning?
Yeah.
Boom. Listen, Kansas City.
All lives matter.
Understand that all lives matter, Kansas City.
Black lives matter more.
Right. Black lives matter more, though. But no,
these people been complaining about that, though.
But yeah, so
like all lives matter. Why is it only black lives matter?
Dude, that's because all the lives that have been mattering for the longest that haven't been black. Right. That's why. And we're like, and it's just like all black lives matter too. That's all it is to it. Two.
It's a two.
Also,
it's a all lives matter White Lives Matter plus. Yeah, I think Black Lives Matter too.
They like, okay, well, it's like they need to find a position or a way to feel like they're better or above. So they're like, no, okay, you can be Google, we're Google Plus. You're Disney, we're Disney Plus. You're HBO, we're HBO Max. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, we gotta be
we're
right.
premium.
We gotta be that extended period, that extended warranty joint. We gotta be the one that you pay a little bit more to get. You know what I'm saying? It feels better. It tastes better. You know, somehow, whatever it is, you know, there are some who believe
texture.
that. Absolutely. So I don't know. I feel like when people get into those veins of getting to talking like that, that's what they're thinking.
But
what?
But before you get into it, but you know every medium that we have, let's say it's a Delta airline or American airline, they always have a premium. That I think that in itself is dividing. Like, it ain't making it no better for us, man. Like, 'cause somebody somewhere is like feeling like, just because I can get on Delta Select or whatever Delta's premium thing is, I'm better than you.
Listen, everybody wants to feel like they're above somebody. That's the way it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm a man. Let's jump in with the ESPN Plus, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What are you, ESPN 2?
The Hulu without the commercials.
Right. You're ESPN 2. Okay, right on. I'm ESPN Plus. You know?
I got Hulu without the commercials.
Right. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. Everybody wants to feel like they got somebody that's underneath them. I guess it gives them some level of superiority, or, you know what I'm saying? And that way, and by virtue of just being there, inferiority to someone else.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of inferiority and superiority,
go ahead.
We just had like 6 murals painted throughout the city.
6, yes.
And they're all like for the Black Lives Matter.
For the Black Lives Matter movement.
And
6,
I'm thinking they hired African American artists.
They did. They hired several African American artists
to put these murals in different
to
spots
lead the
in the
charge.
city.
Yes,
okay.
absolutely. Yes.
And I think, like, I was watching the interview the other day, I think it was last week. Yeah. Where some of these artists were speaking, and they were saying like how they got help from the community, which So to me, it seemed it was a situation where, okay, we're gonna put a black artist in charge, but at the same time, like, we're gonna have some white people show up.
Yeah, absolutely. Because hey, we understand that everybody matters. Why don't y'all? Well, go ahead.
And they specifically placed 2 of those murals in like predominantly white neighborhoods. Yeah. Which is one in Brookside. And the one in Briarcliff. Hey, remember I told you last week about the one when I went to Brookside? Yeah, when it was like at nighttime.
Nigga go home.
Nigga go home
while he was checking out the Brookside Black Lives Matter murals that were for black people.
Yep. Somebody just stuck their head out of the car. Nigga go home. I'm like, what?
That is the craziest thing. Man, listen. Anyway, go ahead.
And what happened with the other one? Somebody did a donut on it.
Man, several. So there were a series of burnouts.
Okay.
That were performed on the Black Lives Matter murals in North Kansas City in Briarcliff. And dude, I mean, I don't know. It's like, okay. Now, we had talked a couple of weeks ago about, you know, a biracial couple who had moved up to North Kansas City when the lambasting that they received from the community that basically was like, how dare you, this is gross, you must be a rapper. And all of this craziness, you know what I'm saying? And then there was an outpouring of support once it got out. But then again, none of the I won't say none of it, but very little of the support that they got were from people in their community. Mm-hmm. Most of the support they got was people from outside, way outside the community. You know what I mean? People in different states, people in different nations reaching out and all that stuff, but nothing from in their own community where they was living, where they raising them babies. You know what I'm saying? So I guess this is kind of just par for the course. And then you think about, you know, people who have moved to Briarcliff and, you know, places like Brookside, Overland Park, and the outskirts of Kansas City. They do that because they got the money to do so, first of all. and second of all, because they want to maintain, kind of like we were just talking about with the previous.
The plus.
Right. They want to get that plus. Like, you're Kansas City, we're Kansas City plus.
I can have the same house as you have in the city, but it's going to be worth 20 times more.
I'm Kansas City plus.
Out in Overland Park.
You know what I'm saying?
In Briarcliff. Out in Brookside.
Dude, yeah. I mean, and here's the thing. The weird thing in Kansas City that's so wild to me, especially when, because, I do a little real estate, and I look at some of the property values. If you look at Kansas City, like, we have a dividing line called the Street of Truce. If you
Which
are
is supposed to mean peace, truce. Let's call it truce.
Well,
the truce is the dividing line in the city.
If you go east of Truce, you'll see houses that look just like the houses that are west of Truce. The houses east of Truce will be worth about $40,000 to $60,000. The houses west of Truce will be $240,000. The exact same house, same square footage, same everything.
We have what's her name? Natasha.
Oh, Nurse Tasha. What she said?
She said if she could do a donut, she'll do it. She needs to see policy changes. I totally agree with you.
Oh, absolutely. But trust. Go ahead.
Yeah, but like I said, we see a lot of symbolism like being addressed, and they make the extra effort to paint the streets, and like these are all, I don't want to say petty things, but I mean, I can understand that it creates a greater awareness. But
sure.
We really need to see change.
That's what I'm doing. Absolutely. I mean, George Carlin said it best, and I've said this several times on this show. I leave the symbols to the symbol-minded. Honestly, it's like, okay, this ain't, I mean, like, okay, my whole point of bringing this up is because I knew it was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? I hate to be like that, but I knew it was going to happen.
Right.
I mean, let's be real.
I mean, I ain't gonna
say
say
some of this Black Lives Matter. This is Black Lives Matter, first of all, which is already
it's commercial.
It's divisive. It's divisive to a lot of people who are, borderline racist and don't want to feel like, hey, you're putting me in a corner. So they're gonna react anyway. So it's already a spark plug. It's a catalyst anyway. So now you've done that in an area where people where they live and they where maintain their livelihoods and all that stuff. Dude, listen. I don't care about none of that. This is the equivalent to me of an Aunt Jemima change after 113 years. Let's go ahead and change Aunt Jemima after her 113 years. We're sorry, y'all. We didn't mean to do that. Let's get Uncle Ben's off that box of rice. Let's go ahead and, what I'm saying?
But why,
Uncle and Auntie is finally gone, y'all.
Why would we just, like...
But we don't get something real
that's
policy
a fact.
change.
Like it's saying... That's like kind of saying the sky is blue, painting the sky is blue on every roadway in every city. Yeah. Like, we already know that. Yeah. Like, it's like we already know it. Yeah. It's like we're so like, at some point we're gonna get immune to it, and it's like it's just there for a commercial purpose rather than like no changes are attached to it.
Dude, and here's what I would say. As far as and Nurse Tasha, you are absolutely right. You are spot on. Because what Kansas City is, Kansas City is the city of the arts anyway. So what we've been doing is a lot of performative arts any damn way. When you think about what happened with Dr. King, them finally naming the street after Dr. King. That dude been dead 40 years.
Hey,
40 years. Wait, 40 years. And they named the street after Dr. King. And the people were like, what? Even black folks like, what is this? What are you doing? I mean, I guess cool, whatever. But don't
every
do
city
it here.
has a street like that.
That's what I'm saying. Why is Kansas City so late to the party? Everybody was doing these Black Lives Matter murals like months ago. Kansas City's late to the party once again. I don't know, and I don't want to get into that. What about policy change, though? Where's the actual change that's going to take place? It's going to help people do that. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna make first of all, make racism illegal, and that's gonna get people in positions to actually enforce those laws.
I don't want to.
That's the part that we need.
I don't want to scoot too far ahead. We're gonna talk about this later. We're gonna take some phone calls, but it's to the point where, like, if I'm doing something, you look at me and you see how I live and whatever what I do, and like, dang, somebody's doing me wrong. This person who's doing me wrong is giving you some spotlight. Like, hey, Se7en, hey, you don't need to do the info rail no more. You can just come with me. Don't hang with him. You should do another show out here somewhere with us. We'll give you some money. We do this. We'll do that.
Yeah.
It seems that's what's been used to control the minds of our black people instead of like trying to say, I want to change for me and for my brother.
Dude, yeah. And
So it's just provide. Like I ain't gonna say the artist that did it just did it for the spotlight, like or knew that okay, it's no real change coming behind it, but we're still gonna do this because I'm gonna get recognized or whatever. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. Like I know a couple of the artists that did it, and I know they're advocates for change. They want to see a better world.
Absolutely.
They want to see a better place and all that.
Sure. And they can only do so much. So they speak through the medium that they know best.
Or they're just relying on this this spiritual side that they talk about in those 7 laws to say they're so spiritual that they're spiritual to a flaw. They're just so dedicated to this religion. Like, oh man, we just gonna play this role until we see change. Like instead of demanding change. Yeah. Like when you're late to work and your boss says, the boss who's usually like Anglo-Saxon or somebody. Like Arab or somebody who got some bread. Arab. Somebody who has some bread, somebody who has equity, somebody who has leverage over you. Yeah. When you're late 5 days a week, what they tell you, hey, you're going to have to come to work. You're going to have to be there on time. Yeah. And they demand change from you. Yes. And for you to if you want to maintain that job, position, yes, you're going to get cut unless you abide by what they're demanding from you.
There are consequences.
Exactly.
Ain't no consequences for doing burnouts and on Black Lives Matter. Ain't no consequences for putting a black person on the thing of rice called and calling him Uncle Ben's. Ain't no consequences for that. Ain't no consequences.
Ain't no consequences for killing a black person.
None of that. Absolutely.
Ain't no consequences for a police officer putting his foot on a black person's neck. Ain't no consequences for Breonna Taylor dying. Ain't no consequences for what's that guy's name that got shot up like he's paralyzed now?
Blake. Jacob Blake.
Ain't no consequences for that.
Yes.
But we keep taking these chess moves, these little moves. Okay,
they're not even chess moves. They're
chess moves because they're strategic. They're strategic on their part.
Oh, on their part, yeah. But everybody's moving around like pawns thinking they're kings.
Exactly.
That's the problem.
But how like I said,
queens
a good leader knows how to listen. Yeah. To the people around him. How can we get under the cord where we start listening?
What do you mean?
Like okay, let's say I have an idea and you have an idea. Sure. But off the bat, you're just gonna tell me my idea is better than your idea.
Okay.
That's what it seems well, when we basically have the same idea, but we just didn't take the time out to listen to the ideas to say, okay, all right, we can take this from what you're saying. Sure. The way you're articulating it is slightly different. Okay, cool. I can take something from that. I can take something from yours and build that idea into something bigger. Yeah. But that doesn't happen too often.
Yeah, I mean, you're right, but that kind of goes with what we were talking about as far as leadership. I mean, there's a difference between a leader and a good leader. I mean, anybody can say, I'm in charge. I mean, you see that all the time. But as far as having somebody who actually will do the due diligence like you're talking about of getting in the weeds and talking to folks and saying, okay, well, all right, this is what everybody's talking about. This is what is on people's mind. All right, well, what sort of change are you guys looking for? How can I help facilitate that thing? Those are the leaders that you really want to be, that you really want to circle yourselves around instead of just saying, okay, let me go ahead and, well, this person's shiny. He's
famous.
He got Jordans. Look at him. He scored 38 points against the Lakers yesterday. So
he new car.
Ain't he a good leader? He got 2 million followers. He's a good leader. What are we talking? People getting like, we get sidetracked so easily sometimes that I ain't gonna lie, I get embarrassed. I ain't gonna lie.
They use that to their advantage.
Yeah, absolutely.
They use that to their advantage because it's like, okay, something's going to come out. All right, cool. Yeah, we know when to attack. They're distracted. Yeah. They're distracted. Let's attack. When there's confusion, let's attack.
Yeah. They're divided. Let's attack.
Let's attack.
Mm-hmm. They watching Soul Plane 3, 9.
But I must say those murals that are around Kansas City, like I did a mural tour twice. I didn't take any pictures. I wish I took pictures.
Yeah, they would have been clean.
Yeah.
I wish you do it now. They got tires all in them.
I wish I had took pictures or just recorded the moment.
Yeah, I mean, because they were beautiful.
Right. They were.
And they were and are beautiful.
They were.
But it's like, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying I can respect the efforts of the artists that went out and delivered what they needed to express what their definition of Black Lives Matter is. Like that was very dope. Like it's art is an expression, and they got a chance to express themselves.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But at the same time, in expressing yourselves, like I don't know if it's meant to be a campaign to say, okay, let's get this Black agenda together with this campaign. I don't know how that's gonna work. Yeah. But like I think we just get too comfortable with just saying they let us do this. Are you realizing what you're saying? They let us. Yeah. We didn't just decide to do it. Yeah. They let us.
Yeah. And when we're continually asking for and
seeking approval
and asking for it and trying to get whatever level of validation, we'll always be playing catch up. We'll continue to be playing catch up in some sort of way until we decide to take the reins and say, listen, we are the masters and captains of our soul. We need to be the ones that's directing this ship. We need to be the ones that's saying, hey, this is what we need to do. This is how we go. And of course, like you and I have already, talked and said several times, everybody ain't going to be on board with that. That's just a fact. Everybody ain't going to, move like we want to move. That's just the fact with it. But we can get a small consortium of people who will say, you know what? I like what they're talking about. Let's go ahead and move this direction. Let's not get so distracted. Let's not fall prey to the shiny things that come our way, whether it's on TV, on somebody's rims or somebody's wearing it in some sort of way. Let's not fall prey to that. And let's start actually paying attention to what people are saying and what their actions are.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the movement. That's the real move. It doesn't get you 1,000 likes, but damn it,
the truth never does.
Hey, the truth rarely does. It rarely gets you 1,000 likes, but it'll sure enough get you to sleep better at night.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just where I'm gonna go with that.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, you're locked into the Kansas City Info Rail with your boy Randy Heff and your boy Se7eN.
Hey,
man, how about this? What if people in Kansas City were to demand that the Kansas City Chiefs change their name?
Dude, that's what. Hey,
that's my segue, bro.
Check you out. See, that's what I'm talking about. Go ahead. Get with it. Get with it. So as you know, the Washington Redskins, the team from Washington D.C., who's been known as the Redskins for years and years, even with the encouragement of their owner Dan Snyder, basically has finally after years of protests from Native Americans or Native American descendants or whatever they are, because I don't know, a lot of them look hella white. I'm just keeping it real. But because of that, well, I should say basically with that, we're seeing a lot of, the Washington team has finally decided, you know what, let's go ahead and change our name finally from the Redskins, because they've said, now in 2020, the Redskins name is offensive to people and all that good. Okay. So if we are to take first of all, let's just be real. This ain't nothing but them riding the wave.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, they're riding the Aunt Jemima wave. They're riding the Uncle Ben's wave. They're riding the, you know what I'm saying? They're riding the Confederate generals wave. They say, okay, all that stuff looks good. Let's take down some statues. Let's change some street names. Let's go ahead and do all that good stuff. But you still haven't changed the law.
Policy change.
No, I haven't seen one law change yet. I haven't seen anything take place that would actually make me feel like, okay, we're moving in a real direction of people who want to change, who take this thing seriously. I see a whole bunch of sound and fury, little significance. Getting to the point.
Policy changes.
But getting to the point now. So we've done this thing with with the Redskins. So what's to stop the Chiefs from being next on the chopping block? What you feel about that, Mr. Heff?
Let me just say something about the Redskins.
Go ahead.
All right, let's say you've gotten to know somebody for a while, right? If you, let's say you call her Sweet and Juicy, whatever, and she said,
Sweet and Juicy,
hey, Sweet and Juicy, like, I don't like that. She go, I don't like that.
Right.
Wouldn't it be in your best interest to I mean, you can address her by her name, but just to make the situation amicable and like keep that same vibe.
Sure.
Find a better nickname for her that she would like, or
I mean,
or go through other nicknames that she would like,
or maybe her name,
I mean, but at the same time, if like you've been talking to somebody for a while, like this is the case with the Washington Redskins. They've been like that team's been in Washington D.C. for a while.
Yes, they have.
Long time.
Yes, they
have.
Long
time.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is, my point is, instead of the Washington football team, which is the name, it's a football team in Washington, which is fine.
Football team.
Which is fine.
Sponsored by Google.
It was cool. Like y'all found a nickname, the Redskins, and after a while, it's offensive. Like,
sure,
okay, let's play with the times. This is what's going on. We're gonna take this name away. Yeah. Like, you don't think they could have found another nickname, a better nickname for the team?
Yeah. I think they could have. I think they could have, but.
Or was the Redskin the easiest thing that popped in their head when they thought of that football team?
So this is really weird. It's kind of, I mean, they had, if I'm not mistaken, and y'all help some people who might be older or know a little bit more football lore and history and all that. But aren't there fans called like hogs or something like that, or dogs, or I can't like they have a nickname for their fans, which is like not even close to Redskins. So I'm like, I don't even know what that's about. But getting to let's say, hold on, somebody's saying they say the Redskin is offensive, but Chiefs isn't. So there's no need to change it. Oh wow. So Redskin refers to skin, whereas Chief refers to position. Oh, okay. So why don't we, instead of having arrowheads, we have business executives then? Then we could say, well, he's the chief. He's the CEO. So these are these Kansas City CEOs. We can have something like that. I'm sorry, somebody just chimed in and said.
I don't see the Chiefs changing their name anytime soon. Like I don't see it. And the reason I say I don't see it is because they still allow people to go in there and like they still have patrons who pay to come in. Sure. That boo at a sign of unity.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're not gonna refuse their money.
And let's be real. I mean, that's just where I was about to go. I mean, these are people who got money to go to the game. Yeah, like, so you got money, and those tickets are still ain't cheap.
The doctors, the lawyers. You know what I'm
saying? So you got money to go to the game. So it ain't poor folks is at these games. So who do you think is at these games? Probably some of the same people who live in North Kansas City who's doing burnouts and stuff like or live in the burnout areas, or live in
the same people saying nigga go home.
Live in the Kansas City Plus areas. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're gonna start saying. I live in Kansas City Plus. I don't live in Kansas City, I live in Kansas City Plus. So I mean
that's the dividing line between Wyandotte County and Kansas City, Kansas City, Missouri.
Well, if you're in Wyandotte County and you somewhere near Quindaro, we know it's a whole different vibe. Okay. But you know what I'm saying?
Kansas City minus.
But I'm just saying, so if that were to take place with the Chiefs, I mean, what's the next move? Is it the Chiefs, then the Atlanta Braves? You know what I'm saying? Then the Chicago Blackhawks. Then where does this stop? And what do we replace it with? Since all lives matter, supposedly. Like, if all lives matter, how come it seems like only the minorities are the ones that are, like, the better team names? You know what I'm saying? like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I know we got the Yankees and the Vikings, which I guess are always white people. You know what I'm saying? But if, like...
But you know, like the names,
Nordic type names for teams.
The names or the people that are villainized are usually, like, the bad... they're supposed to be bad, but, like... Yeah. In sports, they're bad good, if that makes sense. Like, I got you, they have a bad name, but they're so good. Like, you can't change it.
Dude, I would, if they had a team called the the Washington
Drones
Lobbyists.
Nah, like that has no market appeal.
But that would be truer to the nature. Right. Or if we had the Washington Infiltrators. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could say that those are the ones who come into your house, like it says on the thing, come into your house and see how you living, but won't let you come into there.
They ain't gonna do that because it's offensive to them. It's offensive to them. They're not gonna do that.
Absolutely, that's what I'm saying. So you realize, kind of like what we were talking about with what happened with the standoff in Arrowhead. You realize that there's something wrong with it if it happens to you. Why don't you see that there's something wrong when it happens to somebody else?
Because it's not affecting them.
Because honestly, it's because I feel like it's because their numbers ain't big enough. So it's like, man, there's only like 12 of y'all. It's 300 million of us. What you gonna do?
It's not affecting them.
What you gonna do?
The same way when somebody dies from violence, like you might be like, dang. Unless you've been through that situation or the person is directly related to you who's passed away from that, like then you can you're gonna be pleading, nah, please stop it. But somebody else died.
Stop
you don't have that same.
You
don't have that same. You don't have that same plight.
Yeah, no, I get you. That makes sense. It does make sense. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but I don't think, like I said, policy changes are way more important than name changes at this point for me. And even if the Chiefs or remain the Chiefs forever, they're still gonna have people who pay big bucks to come watch their game that are not with the movement.
Dude, bottom line, I don't care if the Chiefs change their name or not. I mean, to be quite honest, because in the grand scheme, like you're just saying, if there's nothing that's substantial that actually can affect my life and make sure that I can live in a peaceful town where I'm not going to be arrested or pulled over randomly and then searched and possibly shot for bad tags on my car, that's what I'd rather have. I'd rather have some sort of a policy that's in place or some sort of legislation that will affect my life to the point where I can live in a more peaceful state than I currently have.
Definitely.
Now, and why are we talking about it? Shout out to Mayor Lucas, who actually recently reduced the penalty for people getting caught with marijuana and probably who decides to smoke or partake of those things, so you don't have to worry about that. As a matter of fact, they're starting to expunge that from people's records. So, way to go, Mayor Lucas, for that. Which actually kind of goes to what you were talking about earlier. Like, we talked about this offline. Man, I didn't know that. So there's like groups. There are groups on Facebook, and I'm sure there are groups for everything nowadays. But there's a group on Facebook, which is the I Hate Mayor Quentin Lucas group.
Let's get Quentin Lucas out of here.
Let's fire Quentin Lucas groups. Like all kinds of Quentin Lucas hate groups and all that stuff, dude. Whatever, man. I mean, listen, no mayor's gonna do everything that you like or love. But in this social media age, dude, it's amazing how many people will gather together and galvanize others to oust or to remove a political figure who just happens to be of a different hue than they.
Man, it's no human that's gonna do everything that you like, and that's how I see it. And we just have to accept each other for who we are, what we do, and just, you know what I'm saying, like try to make the world a better place. But hey, it takes war to maintain peace. You know what I'm saying? So,
does it take war to maintain peace?
It's balances out. If everything was just all peaceful, and I think it requires that balance.
I don't think that's true.
You don't think so?
Nah, I don't think we need war to maintain peace.
All right, what do you think we need to maintain peace?
Peace
to maintain peace.
Well, yeah, we need peaceful people.
Okay.
And of course, there are gonna be people who are anti-peace. Sure. But I thought that, they said blessed are the peacemakers, right? War doesn't necessarily bring about peace. I've never seen somebody say, we fighting to stop fighting. Well, I mean, I hear it.
It brings about what the person who instigates the war wants. And if they want peace, or to say, okay, I brought peace. Like just the comment that you made earlier about somebody helping a homeless person, but putting the camera up. I did this.
Look at me.
It can be that. It could be that. They can instigate that war and then know how to okay, cool. After this war, we can make some peace. And I did it. So the people they're gonna get a following from it, or they're gonna be publicized or whatever. And some people just do it for that reason. And that's what I think politics is.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a game.
I mean, there are people who are sycophantic and want to say, okay, well, listen, this is the person who did this and X, Y, and Z, and he said this thing. I mean, that's what it is. I mean, that's why Drumpf gets all the following that he gets. There are people who are just, pardon me, there are people who are let's see, what did she say? Effective conflict resolution, perhaps? Come on now. Absolutely.
That's not gonna happen though.
Absolutely.
I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
Absolutely. But as far as so when people like Trump, like you have people who are gonna say, "Oh, I follow him because he speaks his mind. He says the things that I want to say and all this." But what if the shit that you want to say is stupid?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like what about that part?
But they already trained us in school to tell it's no stupid questions.
Man,
I disagree with that. I totally disagree with that. I'm like, if you were paying attention, you wouldn't ask.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So,
you know what I'm saying? But
But yeah, they train us to say it ain't no stupid questions.
But that's how we get bleach getting and sunlight getting injected. Y'all let me know how that sunlight injection is working. Shout out to your boy Drum.
All right. So what we got up next? Remember, once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Kansas City Info Rails, Kansas City's fastest growing podcast, man. If you want, we got spots for ads. So if you want to send us your ads, so we can like big you up on our program. We got followers. We got a split platform.
Man,
you know
hit us up.
Hit us up,
email,
man.
kcinforail@gmail.com. Hit us up on any of our platforms. We are on Instagram and Twitters at KC Info-Rail. It's all the same. So
we on YouTube too.
You ain't even got to do none of that. Matter of fact, as a matter of fact, we are on YouTube. Check us out on YouTube. Or you can, and if you like this podcast, you can check us out here or if you ain't got time to check us out right here live, you can check out our podcast on the replay on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Play, or Google Play. We got on Google Podcasts. We got all them spots. You know what I'm saying? Holla at your boy. Holla at us. You know what I'm saying? We got it. We there.
Yes, sir.
We there.
Up next, we got
Taylor's
family.
Man. Breonna Taylor got 12 million. 12 million. So, hey, I guess.
Is that how much a black life is worth? Is that life-changing money?
What is a black life worth?
Is that life-changing money?
12 mil? I mean.
Is it enough for you to be quiet?
So you think they bought us the family silence?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so now I feel the same way. Honestly, I feel like if they gave them that money and the family accepted it, then there were some caveats that went along with it. Like, okay, we need you to sign this and this and this. Well, this just basically says we're gonna, we're gonna represent you anytime you need to speak. We'll speak for you, so you don't have to worry about anything. Like I could see something like that taking place, so that way the family doesn't go out and say, well, yeah, we got this money, but on top of that, we still need the killers to be arrested. Because I mean, here's the thing. So for anybody who doesn't understand or doesn't know, Breonna Taylor, EMT worker, was living with her boyfriend. The police had a no-knock warrant. Came to the wrong address, 10 miles away from where they were searching, under the suspicion that there were drugs or drug paraphernalia in this place. So they did perform the no-knock warrant, busted into the place. The boyfriend, who hears the door being broken in, thinks that this is her ex-boyfriend or something like that coming in. So he immediately whips out his gun. He starts shooting because he don't know what the hell is happening. He starts shooting. The police return fire. All the return fire ends up hitting Breonna, killing her dead. Somehow the boyfriend makes it. Now, after that, the 3 cops who shot her have still been on the force. Nobody's been put on administrative leave of any sort. And now and this isn't, well, I'm sorry. Let me keep going. So, and now, months later, there's been a little check that's been thrown to the family, like, here.
Take that.
You got some money. Go ahead. You got some money. What you want? You good? Get up off me. You know what I'm saying? Here's your hush money. Now shut up. And so now the $12 million is to go to the family. I recently found out because I thought they were getting taxed for that, but I guess in the wrongful death case or wrongful death suit, there's no taxes for something like that. So they do get to keep a good portion of the money.
12.
not all 12.
Most of it.
They still got to pay legal fees.
fees.
Absolutely, which is about 40%.
Right.
Quit playing.
So
You know
they
what I'm
get
saying?
about 9, 8, 9.
Right. By 8, you know what I'm saying? 8 and a possible. You know what I'm saying? So they get it. So
Playing
they
spades.
right,
Their money.
Right. They get that, and some of the money is supposed to go towards social programs. But what is going to happen with the police officer who shot this woman?
No, what's gonna happen is the family gonna take that money.
I think so. Yeah. They took, but here's the thing. I think it's all. So Tamika Mallory, who's from New York, she's the one of the main speakers for the group. I think it's called Freedom, Until Freedom, and they basically have moved from New York to Louisville, Kentucky, where this took place, to address this. And it's like, dude, and her main position has been, this is done way prematurely, because this is once again one of those sound and fury movements, kind of like the Washington Redskins and the name change, and the whole thing with the Black Lives Matter murals, and the whole thing with Aunt Jemima and all that. This is all show. This is all theater. This is not something that actually is moving the needle or helping to move the people. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not moving the needle of the people, then what are you doing? And so it's like, okay, you're paying out this check, or you're giving out this money to this family, but we still need real change to take place, and we still need these officers to be arrested. They need to be arrested. Period. Dot. And it's go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, in a lot of these cases where black people are being killed, like, it's usually like we have the Mike Brown case where they had a court proceeding. I don't even think it was a court proceeding, but it's clear at this point that the family members aren't that active in like requesting justice and all that. So, and usually most legal proceedings or a situation where money is handed out to one party, they pretty much sign and saying, we can't speak on what happened.
Dude.
So they can't speak on what happened.
Mm. But
I also see this is happening too much where okay, I know we need the money. Like, you don't have to Scottie Pippen me or whatever. I know we need the money, but at the same time, like,
shout out to Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, like what like, how is our life worth that much? Like, do you think if she was like, she had the chance to live or had one last thing to say to her family, if I die in this moment, just take the check, don't say nothing else, would that be acceptable to her? But it's a fight that we can win if we want to fight.
That's the thing.
But at the same time, we take we cop out.
We take the easy
easy way out.
We take the easy way out so many times that it's just
it's like you get in a fight, you get knocked out one time.
Mm.
It's like, man, you can go ahead and collect this purse from this fight if you stay on the ground, or you can get up and get beat up, try to win, have some heart.
Yeah.
Go about it with your what's that word called? Dexterity. Mental.
Yeah.
Just be strong about it. Keep
Mental
going.
dexterity.
Keep pushing.
Sure. Uh-huh.
The rewards night might not be right around the corner, but you can have change.
Come.
It will come.
You will get that if you persevere.
Exactly.
And that's the thing. We don't. Well, I won't say we don't, but we don't.
It seems like we don't
have it,
bro.
But we choose not to persevere for that check.
It's like okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's the same thing like we said.
Yeah.
All right, I get this 12 million, 8 million, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I can go to Kansas City Plus. F the people that are in Kansas City.
Right. I can use my $100 bills to wipe my eyes, to wipe the tears from my eyes. I ain't even got to worry about y'all no more.
Man, and it's like,
and now I can live around people who don't even want me to live around them.
and it's like a lot of people stay quiet, and I've heard it's a lot growing up. As long as the check clears.
Hey.
F the check. Like, where's your morals?
Yeah.
Where's your moral? Is it attached to that check? Is your morals attached to the check?
Dude,
like, I mean, let's say somebody break in and rob all the money that you got from that check. What are you gonna do then? Did you achieve anything?
What are you then? What are you then if you have no money? Are you your morals, or are you your money? Which are you?
bro. I'm gonna
I mean, that's the question right there. That's what it comes down to in a lot of these situations. Like, so it's like, are you the eyes that gets easily wooed by Black Lives Matter mural and all that good stuff? Not that I'm saying that they're bad, but or are you the heart and the life and the brain that says, hey, you know what? My life matters and means something, and I need some laws in place so that you can protect and preserve them.
Bro.
Like, which one are you? Because you can't be both.
Right.
But we keep trying to toe the line and saying, look, I'm on this side, that side, this side, that side, this side.
You can't.
Everybody wants to be an online advocate, an activist, and all this. But when it comes to getting out in the streets, for real, ain't nobody trying to move in them streets.
Right. I think I might be jumping the gun, but
go ahead.
I'm gonna like this is gonna be a transparent moment between me and the group.
I
was supposed to have this conversation offline.
It's a secret.
It ain't even no secret. It ain't even no secret. It ain't even no secret, bro. I was supposed to have this conversation offline with you, but like I was approached by a company 2 months ago.
Okay.
Wanting me to promote some stuff for them.
Okay.
Like, and I was asking questions like, what's the product? Who's the target for it? Like, I asked all those questions. They gave me all the right answers.
Yeah.
It's what? About a month ago, they sent me the name of the product. And then they start sending me the marketing strategy behind it on the locations on where it's going to be. I can't say the name of the product, but they were offering $35,000 to meet.
Wow.
To promote it.
Wow.
I realized it was a product that was aimed at keeping black people up.
And keeping black people up?
Stay up so you don't go to sleep.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'm saying we need sleep.
Yeah,
we need sleep to function.
To keep us awake?
Keep us awake. So we be like zombies moving around.
Just black people?
I ain't saying just black people, but it was going to be in liquor stores.
Enough said.
You get what I'm saying?
Enough said. I feel you.
It was going to be in liquor stores. and like 35 bands.
Yeah.
I could have been like, you know what?
Yeah.
Let me get that.
Let me go ahead and get
I ain't
that.
going to take the product.
Yeah.
I ain't going to do none of that. Let me get the money.
Yeah.
I said, no, I can't do it. I can't be on here every Friday saying, oh, Black Lives Matter, and be taking.
You could have, you know what I'm saying, wipe the tears from your eyes.
Nah.
You could do that. You don't want to? Okay.
I don't want to do that.
I appreciate you
I
not
don't want to do that.
Honestly.
And that's what we've been doing with these. When the police kill people and we don't pursue justice for it.
Right.
They pay us off and we stay quiet. You can't say nothing because I could have never said anything about the product like, don't. F they product.
Yeah.
I got my morals.
I feel you. And
I'm good with that.
As a member of the black community, I approve of your message.
Nah, I appreciate it, bro. But like I feel like it's
and
we're blinded by the glittery, shiny, like and like we have so far to go as a people. And we're stagnated when they throw us distractions.
Absolutely.
We get stagnated and they make progress.
BET, the latest Chris Brown album, the next movie that's hot, that's got a whole bunch of black people in it. I said Soul Plane earlier, so Soul Plane number 12, whatever. Like all that stuff, that's just distractions.
Exactly.
And they play off and all of them play off a lot of stereotypes that we know aren't true. And it's like, but we'll sit there and we'll laugh and be like, but it's funny.
Stupid.
What do you? I don't know. I'm to a point, and maybe maybe that's just your boy Se7eN getting old. I don't know, but I'm just like, man, some of this stuff, I'm just like, later for that. Let's do some real shit. Let's get some real shit popping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel you, and I respect. I mean, I respect you even more for that.
I couldn't even do it, bro. Like I was like, man, when I knew it was something funny or something iffy about it when I'm asking questions and like all the right answers are coming up. That don't work. That like something wrong. Like something's wrong if all the right answers are just popping up. Like then I start doing my little research on it. And I'm like, man, because I want to know what I'm getting into.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm never that person to just sign on, like, because there's a lot of people.
You don't want to just
like people get subjected, like
get that bread, bro.
I don't know. You don't have an iPhone, but like I'm pretty sure Android has something like that. But a lot of people, they get these updates on their phones, and it's this 10 paragraphs that you have to read.
Yeah.
And most people don't read it.
Terms
they just
and
hit
conditions.
accept. They just hit accept.
Yes.
And the terms and conditions could say, I'm gonna come to your house and smash your wife.
And take off. Right.
I'm gonna come to your house, take your 9-year-old daughter, and have her dance. And
hey, you sign this.
And you sign it.
I get to get that ass. That
you
ass
sign
mine.
it.
That ass
you sign it.
I get it for free.
You sign it. You don't know what it is.
Facts.
And I think we're being programmed like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just sign it, take it, shut up.
Yeah, you're right.
Sign it, take it. Don't read what it says. Don't care about the details.
Mm-hmm. That's how we get.
But
go ahead.
And if we're gonna be like that, they're always gonna maintain control.
Yeah.
They're writing the rules
because we're showing that we have.
Nobody's reading the rules and saying, "Hey, I don't like how that sounds. I don't like how this." No. Like, nobody's reading it.
That's why I say we got to stay awake at the gate, man. We always got to stay awake at the gate. We can't, and so you don't think we need to keep that, get that the supplement to help us stay awake, so that way we can stay awake at the gate,
bro.
We'll
be zombies. We'll be weak.
Nah, I feel you. Nah, I'm just
we'll just hear anything. That sounds good, like without even thinking about it. Because when you're sleepy, I don't know about you, but me when I'm sleepy, I'll give you one-word answers all day.
Dude,
yes,
yeah, I'm
yes,
horrible. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes,
yeah,
no,
I'm horrible when I'm awake. I mean, when I stay awake.
Yeah, I get irritable, and like I'll just say whatever it is that I need to say to get you out of my face, so I can
keep it
relax.
Moving. Yeah, keep it moving, keep it going. Yeah, I get that. And
essentially that's what like that product would have been doing to our black people, man, woman, child, whatever. Mm-hmm. We don't need that.
No, you're right.
We're already in this phone generation where, like I said, we just click through just to get to the end product without reading what's in the process.
Yeah, and we just want to get to what we want to get to and think, well, this is what I need. But here's the thing: in the information age nowadays, and I won't say that this is always the case, but in the information age, like we are consistently inundated with more information. Uh-huh. So the best way to hide something is to put so much information out there that it becomes tedious to read, tedious to get through. So I mean, like that's a tactic that's actually used.
But,
go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. So that's a tactic that's actually used to keep us in the positions that we are, to keep us subjugated, so that way that we don't think about or have any actual grand schemes or plans or anything like that, because we're so busy either reading and trying to figure out what this is, so we're behind, or we just say, okay, fine, we'll go ahead and sign it and accept anything that they put in it.
To me, it comes down to where your interest lies. Where your interest lies. Because as a kid growing up, when I got a new video game, I stayed up all night. Yeah. Trying to zero that game.
Yeah. I feel you.
All night.
I've been there.
If it took all day, that's what I'm going to do. That's where my interest was.
Yeah.
At this point, my interest is to better my people. To better your people, you have to make sacrifices.
True. Very true.
You have to, like, say, no shortcuts. Mm-hmm. Let me read. Let me understand.
Yeah.
Like, it's so easy for us to get on social media and seek attention when we should be seeking the truth.
Whoa, hold on, Mr. Heff. You can't be doing that right now.
No, I'm just saying.
You can't be talking real shit on a Friday night, man. What you doing? We got too much alcohol in our system right now.
That's probably what it is. Nah, I'm just.
What I'm saying, you can't be talking that real shit on a Friday night. What you doing?
Nah, but that's real. Like if we seek, like, to know what's really going on, seek to learn the game, learn the rules. Like we just read that they had 11 rules,
right,
of what to do, how to manipulate us. Mm-hmm. How to manipulate us.
Yeah.
If we learn how can we survive, come up with our rules of survival, how we're going to keep them out.
Yeah.
How we're going to build equity.
Yes.
That's the only way we going to move up, bro.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. I mean,
they're gonna keep killing us and giving us millions of dollars.
So we need to stay.
I think that's the answer.
Inculcated in our own circles, so to speak, so that way we can at least find strength from within.
Yeah.
So that way, and that way we can't be infiltrated. And if we move as a unit.
Exactly.
You know,
and even if we're infiltrated,
sure,
we can find the infiltrator real easily.
Yeah.
Because a lot of infiltration occurs with money. Money being exchanged. Some kind of currency is being exchanged.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right.
So, like, you're telling me, I hate to say it like this, but, like, sometimes, you can give the trash man an extra $5, and he pick up 2 extra bags for you.
I did not know that.
I'm just saying, bro. I
did not know that. Okay.
Like it's stuff like that happens.
Okay, right on. So, go ahead. Yeah.
This extra $5 is your okay.
Sure.
So what about the gatekeepers, the people who are around you who might just pop up just to watch you?
Yeah.
Is that $5 really worth your time, your effort? Like is can your family live comfortable for the next 10, 15 years off that $5?
Not at all.
Or will you have to keep going?
Yeah.
To their door, knocking,
keep on
asking for help.
Now you're subjugated. You know what I'm saying?
So it's just like, man, we like every money ain't good money.
No, absolutely. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So for getting back to the whole Breonna Taylor story, like I hope within it's like and it's weird. Like I feel like I've been reading the Bible lately, so y'all gotta bear with me. I'm not religious at all, but I'm just saying like
far from religious, but I got beliefs.
Dude, no, I ain't got no biblical beliefs. I'll just keep it right there. But I think that there's good information there, and there's some good sayings in there. I remember there's a part that says like, "What does it profit a man to gain the whole world but lose his soul?" Like there's that. Then there's another part that says get wisdom, and in all thy getting, get understanding. So it's like, dude, if you're not getting an actual understanding of what's happening, or if you're not getting, something that's actually fruitful or something that's useful, all you're doing is getting bought.
Cheap, they're cheap.
You know what I'm saying? You getting bought. And that's all it is. That's all that it comes down to. So for the family of Breonna Taylor and anybody out there who has to go through something like this that maybe we don't know about and haven't been mentioned.
My condolences to y'all.
First and foremost, condolences.
Yeah.
Secondly, like, dude, like don't take the check. I know it's a whole lot of money and it'll change everything about life, but
for now it will.
Listen, if the check, well, I put it like this: if getting the check involves or includes your silence, then it's not a genuine check. It's extortion.
Pretty much.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
Pretty much.
Hey,
man, I don't want to be too heavy, man. On this Friday.
No, that's all right. You getting it in. I'm sitting here getting biblical. It's a weird Friday night. That's all I can say. Holla at your boy. Hey, peace and blessings. This is your boy Se7eN and Mr Randy Heff on the KC Info Rail, Kansas City's best podcast and growing fast. And we about to go ahead and get into the booty end of the conversation for the night. I think this is something. Matter of fact, we can hold off on that one. Let's go right here because we already kind of talked about it.
Yeah.
And I feel like we can. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's time to open the phone lines up, and you know what I'm saying. Let the people go ahead and chime in and join in. You know what I'm saying? Y'all let us know how y'all think, what you're feeling. You know what I'm saying? If you want to join in, if you want to. Oh my God, no!
You want the phone number?
No!
You want the phone number?
Oh my God! I'm sorry.
I know it's
816-384-7info. Holla at us.
So it's 763-6. 736. Let me change this real quick.
Man, holla at us. 816-384-7636. 384-7info. But I'm sorry. I'm just looking at this. RBG just passed away. That's our. That's not the number.
And I'm changing it.
Oh, it's all good. But our one of our Supreme Court Chief Justices, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, just passed away.
Wow.
Yeah.
636.
Man. man. It just keeps on coming, man. Because here's the thing. I mean, like, with the Trump administration, let me just go ahead and say this real quick before we get into the last topic of the night. But it's like, with the Trump administration, dude, we got... He's already put in 2 Supreme Court justices. He's already put up 2. You know what I'm saying? A third one? Come on, man. And it's... I don't know. Like, the more stuff that Trump does that's lasting, the more I'm pissed off about Obama not taking bigger and broader steps when he had 8 years in that joint. You know what I'm saying? It's like that stuff it irks my soul. Oh, my God. Come on, man. RBG just passed away? Oh, what we got? I'm sorry. Give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. It says, Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, dead at 87. Come on, man. Dude, and she's been trying. I mean, listen, you look at Ruth and you know that she's been trying to stay alive as long as she could. Shout out to her and peace to her because she was one of the few actual fighters on the board right now. What's good, Dre? But it's just like, man. Oh, my gosh. I'm sorry. Going back to, I want to acknowledge what my boy Dre said. So, talking about the Breonna Taylor thing, he says he thinks they will put her in a tough position. They could take the money or take the chance of no money and change in law. I kind of feel like, just to, you know what I'm saying, and you could chime in too, Mr. Heff, you know what I'm saying, but I feel like your morals should have a play in that as well. And, that's why we're kind of, before the announcement of the death of Ruth Bader Ginsburg, that's kind of what we're about to get into. So, but I'm sorry, if you want to say something, you can go ahead about what Dre had to say. I don't want to cut you off if you want to talk.
I was going to say, you have the money. You have the 12 million, 25 million, whatever. To a poor person getting $1 million, like, what do you say as a kid when you're growing up? When I get $1 million, I'm gonna do this.
$1 million,
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
You already have it spent.
It's all.
You already spent.
It's
you already spent it.
Yeah.
You already spent it.
Mm-hmm.
You already spent it.
Yeah.
So at that point, that you even with the 25 mil or whatever, however much money they decide to give you,
12.
You spent it. And you're still gonna be relying on them.
Yeah, and you're still
you're pretty much a slave,
subjugated, and you're still subject to whatever the hell they put you in. Has anything changed?
Nah, you just
after you got that money. Does anything change?
Nah.
Does anything change? Has your plight changed at all?
Nah, you just gonna feel like you better than other black people that ain't got no money.
That's it. And now you get the ESPN Plus your life. Okay, cool. For a couple months because you probably don't know how to deal with your money correctly. I hate to be like that, but that's just what we see when people get lump sums. A lot of them don't know how to deal with money a lot of times. So when you get a bunch of it, you give it away, do stupid stuff, spend it, buy all kinds of
block party every week,
buy all kinds of stuff you don't need. Try to find some sort of ways of validation, and so that way you can look and face yourself in the morning. And then when it's all gone, you back right where the hell you started. Or you're sitting in a house that you can't afford around people who don't want you there in the first damn place. You know what I'm saying? Living in your ESPN plus ass life, and you're unable to figure out, what happened. What happened? I don't know how I lost it all. Well, you lost it all before you even took it.
Yeah. I was just reading something today about like I ain't in no rush to get old and nothing, but like you got to plan for the future and all that. So like it's a lot of things that how they categorize your income.
Yeah.
Money you get from going to a job, money you get from passive income, money that you get from buying a lottery ticket, money you get from a lawsuit, whatever.
Sure.
And they're basically the way they classify your income. The money that you get from lawsuits, I don't think they call it free money, but like they had a category for it, like lottery winnings, all that. That is supposed to be the last, like your last resort of spending. unless you're making some kind of investment that you've taken you've seen all the risk on it.
Sure.
That is supposed to be the last money that you would decide to touch.
Okay.
But in the case of somebody getting $12 million and saying, "Oh man, I can fix my grandma eye with that," I can understand you want to fix that eye with that, but what? No, I'm saying, what about your grandmother has a limited time on Earth. All of us do. That's the only thing that's sure to hit us.
Sure.
It's taxes and death. You fix your grandmother's eye. That's an accomplishment. That's great.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
Sure.
Everybody should want to do that. But what do you do with this money at this point? Can you buy enough equity to sit for a seat at the table with the people who gave you the money?
No. It goes back to what we were talking about before. Your boss will never give you enough money to live next door to him. So even whatever money you getting ain't enough to cover to get you to wherever the hell you think you want to be. It's not. Rio said, so what, turn the money down?
Hell yeah, Rio. I did 35 racks.
Turned it down. It's obviously an individual.
It is. It's like happiness.
Right.
Happiness. It's individually defined.
Right. It's based on the individual that's involved with it. I just know, for me, I don't know. That would be it. Like, while it would be great, I'd have to look and see what the stipulations that are associated with this money that they're trying to give to me. You know what I'm saying? Because if that money is not moving and it's not giving me peace of mind, and it's only giving me a piece, so I can say that this is mine, that's not the same thing.
No.
Sorry. Especially if that piece ain't paid for and that piece comes with some, you know what I'm saying, with an asterisk, or it comes with my silence. I personally can't do it. Maybe I'm sure there's people out there that want to do that and that's down with it and that's okay with it. Cool, fine. Fine, Danny Brandy. Do your thug. I just ain't the one. I just know I'm not. Man. So that helps us kind of transition into our last topic of the night. And we're gonna kind of forego this one topic. We're gonna go into another one where Dre said, "I meant to say no money and then no change in law." I hear what you were saying. Good point. Okay, right on. Right. Appreciate you, Dre. But yeah. So last topic of the night. What is your price? Like what? A lot of, so I've seen a lot of these posts, and we opening up the line so y'all can chime in on any of the topics we talk about tonight, or on this one currently. 816-384-7info, which is also 816-384-7636. Let us know how you're feeling. Let us know what your thoughts are. But we're asking, what is your price? Because so here's where I got that. And like, we kind of been talking about this all day with it, whether it's the Cuties movie and people acting in that, or the Washington football team and people changing names with that, or the Breonna Taylor settlement. Like, okay, so there are a lot of things that or a lot of money that's going around that's buying people to get them to do certain things that they maybe otherwise wouldn't do. What is your price? I've seen a lot of these posts on Facebook lately that'll say, like, you'll see those posts that'll go around and say, for $40 million, would you slap this woman? And
Rio said, I'm taking $12 million.
All right, Rio. So we know what your price is. Rio's price is 12. Bet. Got you.
Rio's going for $12 million.
Hey, get your money, bro. I ain't gonna be mad at you. So, again, y'all can text or call in, you know what I'm saying? If you don't want to be heard, that's fine. But the number is, again, 816-384-7636. But I'll say, I don't know. I mean, sure, 12 million looking at it, that
sounds good.
It does. It sounds great. And maybe when I'm facing it, maybe when I'm sitting at the table, maybe I'll feel some kind of way. I won't feel so black and proud right then and there. I don't know if that's gonna change, but I know as far as I'm feeling right now, how I'm living, I'm good. Cause I don't know what that's gonna come with, to be quite honest. Like I say, you can justify that however you want to say, no, man, I mean, I could do so much for the community. I could help out and I could do, and see, with this money, we could build a community center. And then we could, none of that stuff gets done. Most of the time, none of that stuff gets done. You still need zoning. zoning by the same city that gave you the money, so the city ain't gonna give you that zoning, so you can't do nothing like that. If you have a business, more than likely the city's gonna be watching you. So as soon as you have a business or you do something that's untoward, they're gonna be like, oh, we got him. Look at this. So they're gonna make sure you follow everything to the letter. And even if you don't, they still gonna F with you. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it comes with some caveats. That's the way I feel about it. But I'm asking right now, what is your price, Mr. Heff? What's your price? Mr. Randy Heff.
9,000. Nah, I ain't got no price, bro.
You ain't got a price?
Integrity, like, to me, means more, like, than anything else. Like, I'd rather be able to eat ramen noodles for the rest of my life.
Wow.
Than to know that, like, man, I took this much money to turn my back on my people. Because essentially that's what you're doing. You're turning your back on your people just so you can develop some kind of ego. Like, at least so-and-so had this, so-and-so had that. Like, bro, like, it's some weird things that people do for money.
Dude, yeah. And I mean, I've seen a lot of people doing a lot of weird stuff for money and in the name of money and justifying the weird stuff they do because of money. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, God bless to all of them. I'm not
What's your price?
What is my price?
Yeah.
Man, how much is reparations? And again, when I say reparations, I don't mean for me. I mean for all of us.
Yeah.
You dig? So I mean, that's my price is reparations.
Okay.
And even then, I'm not gonna shut up because I still got the Constitution, which allows me free speech. So whatever it is. So give me my check and understand. Give me my check, my respect, and I'm gonna keep on trying to break my neck to get this word out. Facts. That's the way I'm gonna move. But not everybody wants to move like your boy Se7en. So I'm cool with that. That's fine.
I ain't even being funny, bro.
I'm being
dead serious. Like
I'm dead ass.
If you give me $1 million and say, all right, $1 million and don't say nothing else about black upliftment, none of that.
Right.
I can't do it.
You can't.
I can't.
Okay.
Bro, like, I've been in situations where
somebody offers So somebody offers you 200 mil flat out. 200 mil. Not even a check. On the table, on this table right here, 200 mil. They just stacked up in, nice, neat Grover Clevelands. You know what I'm saying? And that's $1,000 bill. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like a whole bunch of Grover Clevelands hooked up right here. You know what I'm saying? And that's they got it right here on the table for you. You not gonna
Nah, bro.
You ain't gonna take that shut up. Shut the F up. You ain't gonna take that.
You can't buy my silence, bro. Like, I'm gonna say, I believe in always telling my truth. So, like, regardless of whatever environment I'm in, the worst thing I can do is stay silent. I rather say what I have to say, make my necessary observation, and if somebody gets offended, I apologize. I'll apologize.
Yeah.
I'll rather apologize than to be silent.
What do you mean? Apologize.
Okay, let's say I did something. I made a move for myself, or I made a move that I thought was in the best interest of the group. It offends somebody. I'll take my chances making that move and apologize to the person it offends after.
Okay.
Because if somebody doesn't try, we don't know where we could be. But if I sit up here and say, "Oh man, Peggy Sue gonna turn her nose up because I did this or I said that," like, that's never gonna get us anywhere.
True. Okay.
And Peggy Sue's just one person.
Okay. I mean,
I'm pretty sure people might share the same opinions as Peggy Sue, but at the same time, like, I'll take my chances. If I win, I win. If I win, we win as a group. If I fail, the failure is solely on me. I'll take that.
Okay.
I'll take that.
No, I get what you're saying now. Okay. I get what you're saying.
So I don't think. I don't ever want to be silenced, bro.
You can't be silenced. You won't allow yourself
bro,
to be silenced.
Like, I've been in situations where
Rio, wow.
Yeah, I know he's probably said something wild.
Rio, wow.
He's like, man, F them, huh?
Man,
give me the bag.
Yeah, go ahead and say your thing.
I'm saying I've been in situations where people like put me in, like, nah, you can't associate yourself with those people and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, what is your gripe with those people? Explain to me why I shouldn't associate myself with those people.
Yeah.
Like, I have a mind of my own.
Okay.
Those people have a mind of their own, but just because I associate myself with them doesn't mean I am going to like express myself the way they do. What are you talking about, man?
This Rio, Rio, he got too much time out there on the West Coast. Hey, I'm sorry. So I get what you're saying. So okay. So
Rio, go ahead and call us, man.
Right. Hey, Rio, yeah, go ahead and call us up. I need you to hit the line. Hit the line. Go ahead and let's hear what you got to say for real. But so far he says, well, let me ask you this before if he does chime in. So if you are, let's say you don't have a following, you don't have anybody who knows what's going on in your world or in your life, and somebody comes to you on some slick slide stuff and is like, hey man, look. Just don't say nothing else, man. Here's 200 mil. Just go ahead and, don't, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got a lot of friends, a lot of people that you know what I'm saying, check in with or check into. You ain't got nobody you really answer to. You your own person, right? You could really be your own person with 200 mil. Now shut the fuck up.
Bro,
I mean, does it matter who sees you when you accept the money?
No, I just want to be able to express myself freely.
I got you.
Without any restrictions.
I got you.
Like, what you want me to do? Move all the way to New Zealand and be on the other side of the world with $200 million? I'm
about to say with 200 million,
like, it's rich people that didn't kill themselves, committed suicide.
Absolutely. What does it profit the man to gain the whole?
It ain't even that, bro. It's like money. Really, money. I understand money's a great down payment into happiness. Like, whatever the materialistic
I like
thing
the way you said that. A down payment to happiness.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Hey, I like that. Go ahead.
But like, it essentially, it's a down payment, but you cannot completely pay for happiness with money.
No, absolutely. I feel you. Yes.
You might get all the things that you've dreamed of getting, but like, it doesn't guarantee that you will be happy.
No, you're right. You're right, because you're still you.
Exactly.
You're still
gonna have them thoughts.
You're still the same person that you were before you got the check.
You're still gonna have to live with yourself.
You know what I'm saying? But so I'm gonna go into the comments. Rio, you wild. He said, I'm taking the 12 mil. If that's the case, then all the people should have GoFunded the family of Breonna Taylor if it's really about my people, quote unquote. Then he says, I'm taking that 200 mil as well. And then he said, let's drop another scripture. Money answers all things.
Damn.
Rio, quit playing.
Rio crazy, man.
Right, quit playing. Hey. But okay, so as far as like pricing, I don't know. I don't know if I have a price. I ain't gonna lie.
Name your price too. What's your price?
I mean, like I said, so you'll see those pictures that's going out there. Who knows? Oh snap! We got a call from Mr. Rio. Let's see. Welcome to the KC Info Rail. Who is this?
It's Rio.
Oh, what's happening, brother? What's good,
what's
Rio?
What's up, Rio?
How you feeling, brother?
I'm good. Y'all looking good. Y'all sounding good.
Appreciate you. So you got some information or some comments on some of the items we were talking about today?
All I'm talking about is the money.
You want the money? So if you got the money, what would you do with the money?
You can still do both. You can take the money and you can still fight the justice.
Okay. So what would you do with the money?
They ever came out and said anything about, if you take the money, you can't say anything else about this case or anything. So unless that happens, then that's a different story.
But see, we don't know that though. We don't know everything that's taking place behind the scenes. So, in all honesty, that may be the actual case. And so that's one of those caveats that kind of has me kind of thinking like, I'm gonna look at all that sideways and say I ain't quite sure, about this bread that they trying to throw at me. And first of all, it's 12 million. I mean, because that's the real number we're talking about. It's 12 million enough to say, okay, this is what my child's life or my family's life was worth.
Okay, but they ain't got to let us know what they're gonna do with the money.
So Ria's just basically saying, take the money.
mean, that's their business what they do with the money.
Right on. Okay.
Okay. I mean,
I
get.
And then, I mean,
Go ahead.
we don't know their situation. We have no idea what kind of situation their family's in. I mean, we talking about a little change that could be generational for their family.
That's true.
At the death of their daughter.
You're right.
We're trying to solve. We can't solve the world's problems on Breonna Taylor's back. I mean, that stuff been going on for years and years and years. And all of a sudden now we just want to take Breonna Taylor's incident and go, well, they shouldn't take the money. I mean, everybody's been taking the money. Everybody gets money today now. Nobody's turned it down.
Yeah, you're right.
All of a sudden we picking Breonna Taylor.
So do you think it's ever going to change?
Can't hear you.
Do you think it's ever going to change?
Do you?
I always think things are going to get worse. It's going to be worse than this before it all ends. I mean, you can still fight for justice. I mean, there's no reason to stop fighting, even if it does change or if it doesn't.
What if the $12 million is to keep you from fighting for justice?
I don't think it'll keep you fighting for justice.
No, I'm saying, what if in the contract they say, all right, before you get this money, here's the contract that says you ain't fighting for justice, but here's $12 million.
Still take it. They weren't fighting for justice before it happened.
You're right. I guess the Taylor family wasn't no freedom fighters beforehand, huh?
They weren't. I mean, we
I got
know
you.
About them. We still don't know nothing about them. So how we making a decision based on some people we don't even know?
I feel you.
We don't even know the full story.
No, you're right.
We just got bits and pieces. You know, they talk about the people she was dealing with. She was dealing with some rough dudes.
She was, and so for the people who don't know what he's talking about, so basically, yeah, he has he's referring to the fact that I guess she was involved with she had an ex-drug dealer boyfriend or whatever, and he was the one who was under suspicion or whatever, and these were the people that was who the police were initially looking after or looking for. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
I mean, nobody knows but her family. They know. Ain't nobody saying nothing. They ain't came to forward and said, well, that wasn't my daughter. She didn't hang around these kind of people. Actually, we ain't heard nothing from her.
No. You're right. We got what's that brother's name? Terrence Crump and Tamika Mallory doing most of the talking lately.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying. You put me in that situation, I'm gonna take that money and I'm gonna do something with it. Period. Point blank. It ain't. I can't solve.
You can't solve what's going on, huh?
The issue that's been going on for years and years on my back alone. Nah, but I'm gonna help my family though. I can help my family. I can solve some of their issues. I can help some of their issues.
Well, right on, Rio. I respect your opinion, and I'll take a drink for you on that one. Mm-hmm. Right on. I appreciate that, but
and I'm taking $200 million. I'm taking that too.
And he taking it all.
He taking it all.
Taking it all, Rio.
Oh, you wild, man. Well, we appreciate you calling in, Rio. Thanks a lot, man.
Yes, sir. Y'all doing a good job, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You and Hef, y'all doing a great job, bro.
Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you for chiming in and checking us out when you get a chance to, man. Thank you very much. Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Peace. Man, this is wild. Rio wild. Man,
he said he taking it all.
Man, and then Dre is saying, I would slap Mike Tyson for 12 mil. 11 would go to my hospital bills after he hit me once, but but at least I got that one. At least I got that one. Oh, that's crazy. I don't know, but so the question is for everybody who's wondering, what is your price? What is your price? What would you do, or what money? What dollar amount gets you to move?
Name your price too, man.
Man, yeah, absolutely. Like I don't know. Like the name of the episode today is Murals and Morals. So I don't know. Morally, I don't have a price. I don't know. I can't say that this is I would do this for this amount or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't have that. I don't know if I have that in me. I'm sure there's, I'm sure I probably moved and have done some stupid things for some dollars in my earlier days. I won't talk about my earlier life, but anybody who knows me knows I did some dumb stuff for some in them days. I'm just not there anymore. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that.
He's matured.
Yeah, something like that. Right on. But anybody else who wants to chime in on the line, y'all hit us up 816-384-7636 or 816-384-7-INFO. Holla at us, Mr. Randy Heff and your boy Sev, as we go ahead and bring this thing to a, to a nice and warm conclusion for the evening. But I kind of feel like for me, just to chime in one more time, I don't know. I can't say that, I can't say that, there's anything that's, dollar wise that I feel like, that's the number that's going to make me move. But I will say if I saw some actions, certain actions may get me to move.
So the actions will get you to move.
Certain actions may get me to move. Certain action, like if I saw people who were actually trying to, do something for the people that I felt like was moving in a positive direction, people that I love, respect, or have some sort of feelings for or toward. If something like that was taking place, I think I would be about it. I think I'd be about it, and I think I'd be like, okay, because this is bigger than me now.
Right.
Now it's bigger than me, and I'm like, okay, well, if my accepting this guarantees something bigger for these people, I'd be with it. Because I'm not a huge forefront kind of person. I'm like, I like to be the man behind the man type of guy. That's why I realize where I am. I'm a facilitator. Like if I was playing basketball, which I'm horrible at, but if I was to play basketball, I'd probably be like more of a John Stockton, a Chris Paul.
He said he dropping dimes.
You know what I'm saying? I'd be the assist man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be sitting there scoring. Anybody see me play ball? No, I ain't with it like that. I got the Dennis Rodman defense, but offense, you know what I'm saying? I'm dropping dimes. I'm helping other folks out, getting you in the right position to do the thing. So, like that's how I feel like my role would be. Like I wouldn't be that main guy that's trying to run the show or nothing like that. I couldn't do that. But like I said, if the next step or if let's say there was some sort of legislation that were hanging in the balance, and they were like, all right, Se7en, we just need you to accept this minor loss, so that way everybody can win.
Benefit.
I mean, if everybody's gonna win off of me losing, even again a small loss, because I ain't about to take a huge loss, but if it's a small loss, saying on some pride stuff or some. Saying like, oh, look, Se7en's a sellout. Well, okay, I'll take that. Cool. Because when I write the book, y'all will figure out what it was actually about anyway. But I'm just saying, so I would take something like that. I would take a deal like that over versus just saying, well, here's a check. Shut the fuck up, and then gone somewhere. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how I feel about it. Anyway, I feel like I've been talking too much.
No, it's all good. I mean, I share the same sentiments. Like, if it ain't. If it's not a bigger purpose behind it, just to say take the check just for you and your family, I think you get life insurance for that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, well, you probably should have had it before.
Yeah, like you get life insurance for that. You know what I'm saying? Where if somebody passes, but just to be solely
so you'd rather have that $250,000 legit life insurance on Breonna Taylor that don't come with no caveats versus $12 million, which you probably feel like is gonna come with an anchor.
It's gonna come with it. Don't say nothing else.
It's gonna come with an anchor.
Yeah. At least if I know I get that insurance money, everybody doesn't know about it.
Yeah.
I'm the only one that knows about it.
And
but
then you can keep moving how you've been moving.
And if I get that $12 million, like it's like, man, it's gonna change the people around me. It's gonna change how they react to me. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that, oh damn, he got the money for. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. No, I got you.
Yeah. So I'll take my life insurance money over a $12 million just to silence me or you know what I'm saying? Whatever the aim is.
I got you. Well, I don't know. I mean, I kind of feel the same way. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? I think we had a pretty thorough, if not late, conversation today. You know what I'm saying? With me and Mr. Randy Heff. It's almost 11:20 our time. So for all y'all that's tuning in from the East to the West Coast, we appreciate y'all. We thank y'all for joining in and tuning in with us, man. And I want to give a quick shout out before we do our before we do our what is it called when you
Conclusion.
Before we do all of that, I want to give a quick shout out to brother Flo349. If y'all find him on Twitter, follow the man because he's still out there fighting a good fight. I think he's on day 62 or 63 of standing watch outside Miss Jennifer's home. This is a woman in Long Island, New York, who has been completely, well, I won't say completely, but she has been harassed by her racist neighbors. And he's out there just fighting a good fight to make sure she and her child are well and can move about safely. Every day he goes to work. When he gets off work, he's on her front porch making sure that she's safe. That's dedication.
And that's admirable.
Man, give this brother a shout out. If y'all can, give him a follow. Hit him up on Twitter at FLOW349. He's a good brother. He's out there doing this thing, and I appreciate this brother, and I applaud him. And you know, I've actually reached out to him several times trying to get him to call in or us to call him so we can at least do an interview or something like that. But if we never get to talk to him, shout out to the brother right now, and I suggest everyone reach out to him, follow him, or something like that. Show him some support because he's fighting a good fight that a lot of us won't fight. And this is somebody who I think honestly couldn't be bought. And I'm gonna just leave it right there.
Man. Hey. Once again, I want to thank everybody for joining us today on the Kansas City Info Rail. Man, this has been a hell of an episode. We almost 3 hours in.
Damn.
Yeah.
No. It can't be because we started
close
at
to
almost
close
9.
to 3.
It was almost 9 when we started.
No, but it's almost 12.
It's only 11. It ain't even 11:30.
11:30. Close to it. But we started recording our videos. It says 2 hours and 47 minutes.
We've been drinking too much.
Nah,
I've been drinking too much. Shout out to Shots by Miko.
Yeah, shout out to Shots by Miko. Shout out to Rio for calling in, man.
Man, appreciate you, Rio. Thank you much, man.
Man, and this call-in feature is something that we're gonna be utilizing more in season 2 and season 3, where we'll just have people call in and we can get some of your opinions because sometimes it seems like the conversation just goes between me and you or the people who are in the live chat, but we want to give people an opportunity to be a part of the real-time conversation. It doesn't have to be something you discuss after you listen to us on Anchor, YouTube, or SoundCloud, or wherever you can find podcasts.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I want people to understand that, you know, you can find and follow us on all of our social media. Good segue. We can find us on Anchor, SoundCloud, Apple, Google Podcasts, and Spotify, all those great places where you find dope podcasts. You can find us at KC Info Rail, just like that, all one word. You can find us there, and you can tune into all of our previous episodes. We're still loading up some of the season 1 joints up there, but we got everything from season 2 up there and up to date. So please like, share, subscribe, and all that good humana. And what else? Oh, make sure you check us out on YouTube. We got this episode and all our previous episodes on YouTube, as well as on Facebook and Instagram as well. And Twitter. Check us out on Twitter. All at KC Info Rail. See, all the same. So that way you ain't got to worry about trying to figure out, is it an underscore? Is it a dash? No, nothing like that. One word, KC Info Rail. Period. I'll let your boy.
Man, and like I said, I just appreciate everybody that's been paying attention to us ever since we started doing this. We almost 50 episodes in.
Man, almost
50 episodes in.
Almost 50. Look at us.
And we're just gonna get better. Like I said, we find different features to incorporate in our shows to keep the audience live, to like keep ourselves live.
Keep everybody engaged.
Yeah.
We don't look a day over 49, right? Holla at us, man.
Kansas City Info Rail. Remember, this your boy Randy Heff. And life doesn't get easier. You just get stronger, man. So keep building them muscles. You can do it.
Man, hey, and this is your boy Se7eN, and I just want to say, if your girl ain't giving you none tonight, you better ask and see what happens in the morning. That's all I got to say.
Shout out to Shots by Miko, man.
Shout out to Shots by Miko because the drinks is delicious. I appreciate you. This is nice and appley and sweet. So
this the Kansas City Info Rail, and we out.